time, you had taken a little detour, a little side trip to Neverwinter to meet up with some old friends, namely Lithius Grom. In his new seat of power, he gave you all a bunch of wonderful gifts, including the gift of flight and a sweet-ass sword for Krez. I think some armor and some other things for Ulin. And I believe that Habwaters kind of benefited out of this. He got Krez's old flying sheath, so now all of you can fly.
Oh, it was a sheath.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are all pretty mobile now. You what? I believe.
No. Yeah. Anna gave that to me. I mean, Anna. Elena gave that to me. Right. And I don't know what, some kind of flying device. I forget what it was that you guys gave me. Sheep or shield or freaking hobby horse or something. Yeah. That's what I last remember.
No, I don't have an extra +2 greatsword anymore. Really got it from, yeah. He was like, I don't fucking need this, you take it.
Yeah, it was a +2 longsword.
Yeah, I know you asked for some stuff.
Yeah, that was it, right? And
Uh-huh.
We just gotta figure out how to carry it.
carry it very carefully.
And to which, after a very long goodbye, you guys ported back through the plant via Snag's magic, back into the Underdark, on track to the maze engine, traveling further down into the ground. As you travel deeper and deeper into the ground, the heat is just rising exponentially, starting to get very hot.
That's not good.
Eventually, in your walking,
Not good in the slight.
you start to see holes in the rock and visibly heat waves from a red glowing light coming through these holes in the rock.
What were we doing? Chasing
Are we?
after these?
Did you start the game?
I have not started
Okay.
it yet.
Heard.
I don't remember why we were going for these.
We're looking for the last item, right?
Yeah, I
You
thought we were
were?
going to Minza Baranzan.
You were, and then you were also going to the maze engine because you've heard that it has been activated and it has the possibility to destroy this entire plane of existence.
Sounds like there's
Oh,
so
it's
many
the
shitty things
multiverse.
going on in Faerun that probably should just let it die.
He's like, yeah, we had a good run, man.
Yeah, you guys all just camp out, and then
one
sometime
of those,
later,
like-
the entire world explodes.
Yeah, get a good seat for the end of the world.
Helena's like, I have a cubic gate. We can go to someplace else.
Go to the world of two-dimensional characters.
No, you're good. I'm a little worried about saving the planet because I am on this planet, so we save
Pretty
the
much.
planet, yes.
Yeah, all my stuff is here.
My stuff is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bastard still has my second book, but I'm pretty far into the first book, so we're good.
I did give you the book though. The book that Habwaters had.
Did we go to your place?
Yeah, you guys no,
okay.
you guys were doing something else. I said, hey, I'll be right back, and I popped there, got the book, and popped back.
Nice.
So
that's
that
on
way
my
it didn't take that
inventory,
much.
but I'm not actively. All right, so I'm currently reading the first, and then we'll read the second.
Snag says he doesn't have anything to help out against heat. other than he will go and take a little bit of water from everybody's personal thing, and I'll turn it into a ice cube that will last for an hour, so they can just wipe themselves down with an ice cube for an hour.
It's not
Suck
even
on
hot
an
down
ice cube.
here. What do you mean?
20
Perfectly.
Talking about like
perfectly
a
fine.
20-pound ice cube.
You're resistant to fire. You don't get one.
Slap my wing.
It feels like a freaking heat gun.
Belly
Yeah,
pit
you
gun.
yeah, you flap your wings a couple times, and it does like give some breeze and some relief, but it is still very, very hot.
The egg starts taking layers off. Sweaty little goblin in his underoos.
Krez doesn't have layers on. He's shirtless and only has cargo. And there's nothing, and I mean nothing, under the cargo shorts. Guys,
Does it become
Guys.
more and more?
you know, it'd be
Yeah.
really bad right now. And I just fart.
It could be worse.
Right in the heat infested swamp ass air.
So nobody would even notice if you farted because it smells like sulfur and disgustingness down here in the first place.
I'd
Yeah,
like to
pretty
think
much.
I'd like to think my farts are worse than sulfur. With all the poisonous meat.
So yeah,
Have
the
advantage
sulfurous
against
smell
them.
that's in the air already, and then Krez farts, and it smells like worse than rotted meat that's been like kept in a jar for a very long time.
What the hell did you eat?
Guys,
You're welcome.
I smell that even through my necklace of adaptation.
That's. I'm glad you are behind me and downwind, yes.
Next to you? Above you? I don't know.
All right. So we are in need of direction as to where we are going.
it's a pretty much straight shot to where you're going right now. Just following along the passage. If you were to look out one of these ports, you could see very low in this cavern, there's a lava flow. I'm going to start the session now. And lying below it is a small platform
Are we
nestled
supposed
in
to
the
be able
rock.
to see Slaughter Tusk?
Yes.
Okay.
A small platform with 8 runes emblazoned on different platforms and higher jammed into the rock and in the lava flow itself almost, spinning freely and erratically is the maze engine. Some 400 feet below you from where you are at now. I just have your tokens where they're at now because that's where you would walk in if you decided to walk in. And on the platform and ledge below, you can just barely see 3 hooded figures knelt down in prayer.
How quiet are my wings down here?
Depends on how fast you fly. If you're trying to be slow, it's pretty quiet.
And so the 3 green tokens are below us.
Yeah, so let me just kind of get my
No, you're
pencil
good.
and get creative here. So essentially, we're just going to ignore that your tokens are right there right now. You guys are kind of like up in a tunnel above this,
Okay.
and you guys would be kind of like right here where there are some window areas that have knocked out in the rock, and you can kind of see this pretty far below.
Okay.
The rock.
Okay, I have a quick question. How
Yeah.
do you lock? How did you open this? I mean, how do you open this thing up to see what you're seeing?
Yep, there's a link in the chat. In the Abyss chat.
keeps on telling me to sign in.
You gotta
That
re-sign
means
into
You
your
gotta
probably
sign
have to.
in.
Oh my god.
That's what that means.
Well, you got to sign into your character anyway. So
No, I just open up my character all the time. I never have to sign in.
I just said this the other day to Phil. How dare they sign me out?
We signed you out for inactivity.
I just happened to go on vacation, and they fucking signed me out.
it's okay. I was signed out too. So
I know. How dare the gall of them?
it was like, all right, D&D Beyond. Noted that I've had too much of a outside in the real world life lately. I get it.
Bad when Dean sends you an email going, notice you've been inactive recently. Have you checked out these new things?
Yeah. Are you
Are you still
okay?
alive? And they'll probably charge you for it
Do we
too.
need to do a wellness check?
Okay, so as you guys are sitting witnessing what you see below, the other things I didn't mention, yeah, there is a giant creature above this platform in the middle, kind of overviewing the erraticness of the maze engine. Looks like a tusked kind of creature, demonic in nature for sure. Helena, you could give me like an intelligence, let's say history check.
She's so good at those.
I'll say that Snags, you could probably do one too.
History is one of my worst. I've got like 3 terribles.
Oh,
and
I thought you were
history's one
proficient
of
in
them.
history. My bad. Never mind.
I have a well, I'm a bard, so I'm half proficient, so I could give her advantage.
No, I
But-
literally have +0 to history.
Yeah,
I got a
I'll let you
+1.
give her advantage.
Okay.
All right. Let's
'Cause,
see
like-
if I beat an 11.
Snags was a slave so he knows like Menzo Baranzan history.
Yeah,
but
you
he
don't know
has never
shit.
learned any. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
got nothing. I know
You
it's a
didn't-
demon, and that's
Yeah.
enough for me.
I got plus
I got an
2, but
11
that's
and a 1.
I got plus
So.
2, but that's unskilled for history.
Can I do an Arcana
No.
check to see what he's doing?
Sure. As this is going on, though, the maze engine spins wildly, and a bunch of colorful sparks shoot out the front of it, kind of obscuring the view of this creature for a couple seconds. But afterwards, the sparks fade, and this tusked fiend on the platform has kind of stopped shielding its eyes and continues to observe this machine.
Helena
wanna kill
probably
it?
looks back at, like, quote unquote, the smart ones and goes, how do we keep this machine from opening? I can kill the thing. You guys need to figure out how to stop it.
If I stab it really hard.
Then maybe you kill the thing.
No, I meant the machine. If I stab it, will it stop?
I don't know. She just like looks at the what she thinks are the smart people, which is pretty much everybody but her and Crest. It's just like
Snags
this
has a
is-
9, and that goes doubly for Snagulacrum.
Oh dear God!
all right. I guess we
We are a
hit it a
beautiful
lot.
goblin. We are beautiful goblin, and that's what we. That's how we live.
You're so pretty.
Do you want me to try and sneak down, fly and grab one of these guys praying, drag them back up here quietly?
Elena, can you sense evil from them?
Well, I
Or are
mean,
they
there's a
too far
huge
away?
demon there, but I could probably. Yeah, let's see. I will use a.
Do we
ba- ba-
walk
ba- ba-
a
ba-
little bit
ba-
closer? Because we're like here.
I'm.
Yeah, you guys are like 400 feet up in the air.
Give me a second. I've got to remember how far away things are. Ah.
No problem.
Yeah, we're more than 60 feet from any of.
Yeah.
Also, while you guys
Yes.
are sitting here deliberating, the engine again whirs to life and makes a horrible grinding noise. And
Nobody liked that. I
are
don't want to
any
go down.
are any of you lawful?
Lawfully good,
Um,
lawfully neutral, lawfully evil.
Lawful at all?
I don't think so. I think I'm
Yeah,
neutral good. But let me just double check. Background. Nope, neutral good.
I kind of saw that coming.
Apparently, my alignment. Mine, I can't see what Ulin's is. That's not showing in his.
Find out.
Background. Ba, ba, ba.
He is chaotic good, so that's a no.
I
I'm
don't
gonna.
see how I'm
I think it's safe to say
multiple
that none of
characters in
you
this
are.
Yeah,
party.
I'm just straight neutral.
Okay. So yeah, that grinding happens. It really sucks. It hurts your ears. And
Did it have any
continue.
effect on the other ones? On the guys that are down there? Did they do anything different?
Not visibly. I mean, the tusked one in the middle, it kind of like held its ears like in discomfort, didn't like scream out or anything.
What are the sigils? Are they arcane sigils or something else? Or are they a language?
Let me look at my notes really quick.
With it spinning, could we even make out that it had sigils on it?
So, this part right here is just a big platform that's kind of like precariously wedged in the rock above this flow of lava. This is in like partially in the lava, in the rock, and it is wildly spinning and throwing lava everywhere. This guy's standing like just on the edge of the spray.
See, I misunderstood. I thought this was what was spinning.
Nope.
My bad. Don't mind me. Like it makes sense. It looks like one of those like carnival rides. Can I get a
like
bigger
a-
size?
Looks like a widget. Spin. Is it spin widgets?
It's like a
Fidget spinners?
gyroscope.
Okay, cool.
So essentially, Snags, you could give me an Arcana check.
So Snaggy Lacrum will give me advantage, if you will allow.
Yeah, buddy.
The big
That's
and
a
Are
fast.
these
crit.
windows big enough to get through, by the way?
They are probably big enough for Snags to get through. That's about it. They're like porthole sized.
So we need to find out how to get down there.
We
And
just
that's a
keep
nat
walking
20 from
forward.
Snag.
Yeah.
You recognize this big wheel thing.
Mhm.
It reminds you of something that you had read in a history book at some point. It reminds you of something known as the Great Wheel, which is essentially all the inner planes that form a wheel around the material plane. This is what it's like represented as.
Gotcha. So
So
is this
these are
like a
layers of
teleportation
planes.
circle? Is it like an advanced teleportation circle sort of a thing?
It looks like the remnants of one.
Hmm.
Essentially,
Slaughter
the
Tusk.
arrangements make sense to the river Styx that flows among the lower planes, essentially connecting Acheron, the Nine Hells, Gehenna, Hades, Carcery, and the Abyss, and Pandemonium like beads on a string.
So this would be like the tree of planes, but in a different form. Then.
Kind
Correct.
of. Except this
Or at
only
least-
leads to demonic places.
Or
Yeah.
at least this is just a
portholes.
representation of such.
Right. But
Okay,
it seems to me like Slaughter Tusk is trying to utilize the power of the maze engine to maybe open a permanent portal to these places. That's my first guess.
Okay, that's a question I have for the group. What the hell is Sluttertusk?
Something
He's a
we're
demon,
probably
we
gonna
kill it.
Okay, all right.
So, Krez, I believe you said you were going to do some sort of action.
Yeah, I wanted to like possibly fly down, grab one of these guys quietly, and drag them back up.
Okay, so first of all, mark your mark.
Right, what kind?
And second of all, make a stealth check.
Okay, it would be this guy. Like they're, well, not super big, but this guy.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because you said they're facing the lava, right?
Correct.
Oh. Stealth check.
And as you get to about like 200 foot in the air, wait, you actually can't fly from there. So hold on a second.
No, I was gonna walk forward to where we walked it.
Yeah, you guys you walk for like another 25 minutes and you find another ledge. It doesn't lead to this exact area, but it kind of looks like it leads to an open chasm of circling path down.
Okay.
So in theory,
Am
you
I
could
going down?
still fly down there, but you're going to be essentially coming out right where your token is.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still gonna stay in the air, and I rolled 20 total, not roll 8 plus 2, 20.
Okay. So give me just 1 second.
Helena's right on his heels as fast as she can go without to get to the edge.
Basically, just hover like 30 feet above, or whatever the height of the thing I could do to like
So
get here, and then slowly float down, wrap my hand over his mouth, grab him with both arms, and lift and go backwards, try and keep him from notifying the other two.
Okay, so give me just 1 second. I don't know why this isn't loading all of a sudden. I had this pulled up a minute ago. There it is. Okay. So. Okay. So. You snatch this guy up and you quickly jerk him backwards. Did all of the rest of you follow Krez as he did this, or did you just slowly make your way down there?
I was with Krez to the ledge where she can kind of keep an eye.
Yeah, and I got Rags. He's pretty big, so I'd be following too, so we could make it out of the tunnel if needed.
Okay. So you pull him back, and there's no resistance.
Okay.
He just kind of acknowledges, says, Krez Draven, I presume?
I mean, I was covering his mouth, so I imagine he's not.
Oh, so then he just kind of looks at you and says,
Drag him back to like the rest of the group.
okay. So you fly back up the ledge, to which, yeah, he's not showing any resistance. He just holding on to him.
And I'll drop him in front of Elena and then let him go.
Oh goodness, you're all here. Even some new ones. You guys take a look at this guy. He's wearing some pretty ragged looking robes, pale white skin, almost like he's never seen the light of day. Pale white irises, no pupils. Thank you.
What race is he?
He looks human.
We're all here.
Oh yes, we've been waiting for you. Especially you. And he points at Helena.
And put the finger away before I cut it off.
He refuses. He does not stop pointing at you.
Mm.
I'll point all at you. I will point at you all I want, mother. And immediately, this form that he has taken starts to change and expand. Scales start to sprout from this pale skin,
This mother
red
What?
with a tarnish of black.
been
Soon
waiting for
pushing
you,
you.
motherfucker.
We're gonna go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
soon he is expanding to the size to push you off this ledge down towards the stairway that you went down already, Krez.
No chance of putting him back, right?
No, this is your dragon.
This is the dragon that got what's his name killed, Simon the Simple.
Simon.
Okay, so while watching this humanoid expand into a freaking dragon in Perez's hands. No,
Yeah, and as you guys hit the bottom of this ledge and out to the edge of the lava flow, the rock above you explodes as this huge dragon crashes through the rock to meet you in the same area. I'm going to need everybody to make a dexterity save to try and dodge the falling debris.
So
It'll be 21
25
for me.
plus 5 is 30.
Good
Olin
God.
has plus.
In my defense, I did
22.
roll a 19 on that, so
I got 22.
It'd be a total of 13 if Ulin's still within range. For
you have to be within like 10 feet of me, I think.
Ulin was within 10 feet.
But I got pushed off the ledge towards the.
But look,
Yeah, you all did.
it's within 10 feet.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys all pass.
Ulin with the 13 did, or Ulin?
Ulam with the 13 did.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys all
You-
fell together, I'll say.
Cool.
So you guys are going to take... Where's my little thing? You're going to take 7 bludgeoning damage. Thought that'd be more.
Ever.
And what do you do when you guys hit the bottom? You guys aren't in initiative yet.
Oh no, we fight. We ball.
Well,
we
if
would get
die
into
in
initiative.
I right back to the dragon, stab it in the back.
You guys are just going to settle down in for a fight then?
Oh, this mother
Started
paid
it.
for the
Yeah, I did start it. That's fair. Okay, so give me just 1 second.
not in initiative yet. I'm going into a rage. Go into a rage. I can move up to 20 feet using any of.
Aren't you flying?
Yeah. I get 20. I get half my move. Come here, sweet cheeks.
Yep, that's the one I was looking for. So I'm just using these tokens for now because apparently didn't like the token that I submitted.
So wait, did the other two transform at the same time?
Yeah, as you guys got to the bottom and you look through to the other 2 praying acolytes or whatever, yeah, they have also started to transform into dragons. These are the 3 dragons that you guys had met before.
Guys, we're gonna on Red Dragon for dinner tonight.
We're lucky.
I heard if
you
you.
said
if
they're
you-
red dragons.
I heard if
Which
you
one was
roast
Maleficent?
The one that's
Uh,
up
the-
closer.
Up
Yeah,
here?
it's up above. This one right here.
Gotcha.
I heard if you roast the wings over lava, they taste really.
Okay, so if that is going to be the case, then I am just going to start initiative.
Cool.
Plus
Total of 9. Prez.
I'll roll Ulin's
Okay.
just because I can just press it.
18. So 23 for Helena.
Well, he got a natural 20 on his, so
So 25
So be-
for him.
If he gets plus 5 on it, it becomes 33 initiative because he has plus 8.
that's fucking initiative. That's
19 total. Who, me? I say each one of
So-
these. Actually, that one dragon is a red dragon, right?
They're all red
Mhm.
dragons.
technically because they won't let me use the token that I have. They're all red shadow dragons,
Right, right.
kind of like the one that killed Simon.
So okay, I have a question, right? So when I do damage for like the flame on my sword, do I have it or something?
You'll find out when you hit it.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Okay.
So, starting off initiative is Ulin.
Cool. So wait, is
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I just realized something.
Hmm.
You guys fell 50 feet.
did we?
Well,
You got pushed off that cliff.
Well, technically, I wouldn't have fallen. I would have just bat my wing, pushed back.
yeah, can't we fly?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you can react that fast.
Yeah.
Nah, we're past it. Eh. Okay, so yeah, what's Ulin doing with his turn?
Well, is the dragon actually up in that area still?
Yes.
Okay.
It has crashed through the rock above you. It is some like 100 foot up in the rock.
But this one's not here. Dragon Sea.
No, it is not. These two are on the ground right now.
Cool. Ulin's gonna be like, I claim rights to Dragon Sea. Gonna move over here and start swinging at him. Or had a longsword too. Is it the Warhammer? Yeah, his longsword's no longer equipped for some reason. Can you put his longsword back on?
Yeah.
That's like that's the weapon he's on. What?
There you go. It is equipped.
I just gotta refresh the page real quick. Wonderful. Plus 10 to hit. Gonna swing at it. It's 3 attacks per turn, correct?
That's what it says.
Actions per turn. Great. We're rolling all 3. Got a 14, 20, and 27 to hit.
I'm sorry. I kind of cut out. I got 14.
14, 20, and 27 to hit.
14, 20, and 27. I don't. The 27 hits.
Okay.
The second one was an 18, right? I'm sorry. I got a scatterbrain right now.
Second one was 20
That will also hit. So 2 of them hit. Got it.
to hit. Sweet. 1d plus 5. 25 total damage attacks.
All right.
If it will not have disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Sap.
Got it. Okay, so yeah. One good slash kind of steps back and roars in Ulin's face. And with the other 2 slash left and right across the face. A little bit of blood starts to dribble from this dragon as it's cut from the inside cheek out. Oh, nope, I didn't do that. Got it. And if that will be all for him,
Making sure the only other particular moment. Yeah, I think that's it because he can't make anything else.
okay. Give me just 1 second. I gotta remind myself when the maze engine goes. Okay, good. Got it. Hab Waters is up next, if that'll be all.
I gotta take the chance and see what happens. Right. So let me see. I'm gonna go also for Dragon Sea.
Okay.
Right. Following Yulin's motion. If I can move this thing over here.
You should have, I think, 60 feet of movement with your sh- sheath of
60?
flight.
Yep.
It's 60. Okay, I thought it was like 40.
With
Okay.
your movement speed, like your walking speed, yeah, I think it's like 30 or 40, but with your sheath movement, it's 60 feet per round.
Okay, flying over there. Boom, next to Yulin. Right, and make my attacks.
Don't
Okay.
want to flank. If you
All
flank,
right.
you'll get advantage.
Yeah, I'm flanking. Yay! That's the other side, actually. Right.
Hmm.
It's the backside.
Yeah, you got to get around that bussy.
I'm
Don't
gonna get
get
it right
knocked
here.
off into the lava, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Is I don't get knocked off.
You're flying.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. Only burn for a second. Right. I have the high ground. Okay. Here you go.
Pretty sure it's impossible to have the high ground dragon.
18 total.
That's gonna do it.
He didn't roll with
Okay.
advantage though.
Why didn't you roll with advantage? Damn it!
Why? Why not?
Because
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Because you might get a
It's the
20.
Okay, hold on. All right, that's the one with the advantage. All right, that's a total of 28.
That's gonna hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that sweet damage. You already rolled the damage, so
Yeah, that was a 7 plus 6. That's a total of 13.
and then the
And
flame damage.
then I gotta do the fire damage.
Uh-huh.
All right, and that is not rolling. What is it roll? Okay, there it is. Bloody hell.
You don't have the ability to crit on 19.
He might
Yeah.
not have that as the type of fighter he picked.
I know. That's why I'm asking him why he didn't take it.
Okay, so that's a hold on, man. I'm trying to think. Okay, that was what I forgot what the first dice was. Bloody hell.
I got it. 6 plus 1, that's 7.
Okay, 7. All right.
Either way, you
Okay.
attack. This first attack, the flames erupt from your blade like normal, and you hear this dragon laugh. You think fire will hurt me? Possibly the dumbest adventurer I've ever met.
Okay, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, now this is a DM question. All right, how fast can I switch a weapon?
I'll say if you're gonna like switch your weapon and attack with another one, I'll say it takes one of your attacks.
One of my attacks. Okay,
I'm being nice here, yeah.
okay, I'm doing my
So then
second,
I'd
my
be-
excuse me, technically my third attack. And I am swinging my bloody hell. Oh, my long sword +2. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, that was almost a 20. All right. Okay, that's a
Did you roll with
13 as a
advantage?
miss.
You didn't roll with advantage,
Yeah, I
sir.
haven't rolled yet. Hold on. Doing advantage one. And that one was a 26.
Okay, yeah, that one will hit. You take a good minute to switch your weapon, sheath the flame sword, pull the long sword, and slash, connecting firmly with the tail, and doing a modest amount of damage while doing so.
11 points of damage. All right. That's all my actions right there.
All right, so yeah, you have taken a couple attacks at it. It laughed at you a little bit, and you take an assessment of what you've done so far, and it seems like you've done almost nothing. Maybe like one of the scales is scuffed. Next
right.
up's going to be Snags.
Right. So Snags and Snagulacrum are on Rags
Okay.
and just going to land on the ground. I'm going to send Rags to come over here and attack.
Okay.
While he's flying over there, Snags is going to do a big ass spell. Krez is right in the way.
It's okay.
can't
I
do-
can take it.
It's 8d6 psychic damage, intelligence save. It wouldn't be good.
It's okay. I can take it.
It's 5.
Oh
That's
my
okay.
god.
Only mental
So-
damage.
So I'm not gonna try and spread it on the 2, not yet. I'll just do it right there and hit the young red DC 20 wisdom save, please.
Hey, how high does the thing go?
It's 40 foot, 20 foot radius, 40 foot total.
Because I would technically be like 40 feet at a particular moment.
Okie dokie. So DC 20, you said?
DC 20. If he's 40 feet in the air, then I could probably overlap and he would not be within it. But it's up to you, your call.
Are you saying Krez is up in the air?
Yeah, but with my wings, you said I got knocked off. Instead of falling,
Oh, yeah,
down,
and
I
then
would
you
have been
just-
in the air.
You just took off.
Started
yeah.
falling. I wouldn't stay up the exact 50 step because it would catch myself. But I'd be
Right. Like when you fell, you kind of like feeling the natural feeling of flying. You ride that downdraft and pull up just in time for you to like swoop up in a sweet way. So you're like up in the air right now. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll say that you could do that.
Perfect.
All right. So 2 intelligence saves, right?
Yes, sir.
Okie doke. Let's fail on A. That's a natural 20 on C. So
I give him a minus some because I've got
Okay.
a reaction.
how much is it a
to-
minus?
I have to roll for it. It
Okay, so
is-
if it's more than 3, then he'll fail.
So D10. 2. Shite.
He still passes.
It was worth a shot.
Okay.
So one took 33 and the other took 16.
And this is all psychic?
Yes, sir. And the one
Okay.
that failed also can. 1 second. Secondary effects. Failed save. Muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6, subtracts the number of rolled from its attack rolls, ability checks, as well as con saves to maintain concentration. The target can make an intelligence saving throughout the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on its success.
Okay.
So just subtracts a d6 from its stuff.
All right. Got it. I got it written down. And Rags was moving around to attack on. Do they have different initiatives?
No, mine goes right after me.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought, but for some reason I gave it a different initiative. I don't know why. And Snagulacrum was without you, at the same time with you, right?
Snagulacrum, he got a much lower initiative.
Okay, so he has his own initiative. Got it.
Yeah. So is it with advantage?
If Rags is moving here, I'll say yeah. Or maybe like here. Does that make sense?
Rend? Yeah. His rend is a 22.
That's gonna hit.
9 damage.
What kind of damage?
It's piercing damage,
Okay, cool, got it.
and it's not medium or smaller, so it's not grappled, but it is going to come in for a bite.
Got it.
23.
He sinks his teeth into the lower part of this dragon's neck.
5 points damage.
Okay. All right, the dragon starts violently trying to shake as this thing bites it, but still manages to get some damage out. Anything else going on?
Yep, I'm going to throw a bardic inspiration to. Let's see. I see Krez up there, so maybe when I was coming down, I could have given it to him. No, I'll give it to one of the ones that are next to me. So I will give it to Yulin, since he's closest to me. And I'm done.
Okay, so you inspire Ulin. What do you do? What do you do to inspire him?
Yulin, we need you. It's now or never. Show us what you got.
All right, that's pretty inspiring. I'm pretty inspired now. And if that will be all, gonna bring us to Helena.
All right. Just gonna glance at Krez and be like, go stab this big whirly thing. And then point at the Maleficent and just be like, you're a little far away. Come a little closer. And so I will use my bonus action to cast where is it at? It's a first level spell. Compelled Duel.
Oh shit!
And I need a wisdom save.
What is the DC?
18.
That's not gonna pass.
All right. Basically, she's just like crooks her finger at the dragon. I will hold my attack until they come closer. On a failed save, the creature is drawn, compelled to come, and has disadvantage on attack rolls on any creature other than me, and must make it a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me. So,
Oh shit. Okay. So you cast this spell. It kind of like shakes its head for a second. And its eyes kind of glow with like a white glow. It kind of tells you that it worked.
mhm.
And just bears down, bearing his
So
teeth.
she's got like weapon out, just head on to a dragon, like fucking bring it. So
Okay.
as soon as they are within attack range, I am going to unleash attacks.
Okay, so that was an action to cast that spell, right? Or was that a bonus action?
That's a bonus action.
That's fucking awesome. All right, cool. Will that be
Paladin
all?
bonus actions are pretty rad. That's it.
That'll be all. The maze engine spins and whirs to life. All right, so the engine emits a flash of yellowish white light. Oh, cool. That's kind of fucking cool.
I'm good.
All right, now I got to make another roll.
From 400 feet away?
Okay, so.
Damn it.
All right. So. I'm going to say it appears right at Snags' feet. Kind of like that yellow light that it emits from the maze engine kind of like flashes at your feet, Snags. Sitting on the ground in front of you is a tiny little quarterstaff.
What?
It looks pretty ornate, brand new.
Is it trying to tell me something?
And with that, it is Krez's turn.
Somebody tell me to go stab something, so I'm gonna stab dragon. But I'm 40 feet up. How tall is it?
It's like 12 foot tall.
12 foot tall. So I have to move 20 feet over and 40 feet down, or at least 30 feet down. Could I descend while going towards it and it be part of my feet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm 100% sure on that. But I will make my 20 feet over here. Did you allow me to go into a rage before initiative started, or I need to rage now?
Yeah, you'd have to rage now.
Okay, so bonus action, I'm going into a rage now. I'm going to swing on this thing reckless, but I'm going to forego the advantage to get brutal.
Okay.
Be 25 to
That's going to hit.
wonderful. So that is 17. 2 for 9. And it is now going to have its speed reduced by 15 till the start of the turn with brutal strike.
Nice.
By 15 feet, you said?
By 15 feet.
Okay.
You hamstrung a dragon.
I flipped its
It's
wings for
limping
the
really
moment.
hard.
Yeah, I'll say that you come down in your flash. It tries to like scurry out of the way, and you catch like a little bit of the backside of the calf, straining its movement for if only temporary.
Second attack going to be 9 to hit.
Oh, it's so close. Yeah, that hits.
I know, so close to a natural 20.
Just fucking end this really quick.
And that'll be
It'll happen.
16 points of damage on that one.
All right.
Be all I can do.
All right. So those two attacks, it did a little bit of damage, but
I'd
still
say
holding
so.
in tough.
5 points of damage isn't bad on one turn.
It's not.
Would
And
have been
with
great if
that,
it was a critical and his head fell. But hey.
it's going to bring us
Nice.
to the dragons. And Dragon A is going to turn its mouth at you, Krez, directly at you, which I believe you're still just a little bit above them, right?
I would at a point that I could swing at its face. So yeah, I'd still be 4 or 5 feet, 6 feet up in the air to be able to swing.
Okay. So yeah, this thing, he's going to center this on you.
Okay.
Point blank. I'm going to need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC 18.
That's a fail. But I'm also
Fuck.
resistant to fire.
Okay, well, this isn't fire. You think it's going to be fire, because it kind of looks like flamey,
Mhm.
and then it starts to turn black,
Mhm.
and it hits you.
Okay.
And it just feels like instead of like burning, your skin is just like dying. And then anything inside is also starting to feel like that.
Okay.
You're going to take 56 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And right after it breathes its nasty necrotic breath, and it looks you dead in the eyes and says, "I'll take great pleasure taking you back to the Shadowfell with me."
I'll reply with, "Keep dreaming, son. I'm gonna eat your wings tonight over that lava."
Maleficent up top is going to step down and glide down to meet Helena.
Let's fucking go.
Gonna land about right in front of you with a crash.
And I attack.
Yep.
Clickety clack. Roll to attack. All right. So first attack is going to be a 20 shmarp to hit 21.
Yep.
All right, so that is 7 plus another 2d. What is that? 2d4, then plus another automatic d8. Wow, I'm rolling like shit today. D8, just regular. So that is 8. 7 is 15, and then I will throw a. Let's do a 3rd level divine smite.
Okay.
So that'll be 5 d8. That's another 19. 15 plus 19 is 34. 34.
So those radiant blasts emitting from your double-bladed scimitar. Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
the 8 plus the 19 are all radiant.
Well, Krez, I did not read that very closely. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta
Was-
change something now.
I didn't know because I tell him just in case.
It is. It very much is.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, that radiant energy blasting away, it's taken off full scales when you do this.
Okay. Nice. So that's the first attack. Second attack is a 24 to hit.
That's also gonna do it.
So that'll be 6 plus so 2d4 and then d8 plus another 12. So that's another 18.
That's all radiant, right? The
Um,
12.
The 12 is all radiant. Yep.
Thank you.
And so that's hit, attack for action. I already used my bonus action earlier, and then that'll be it for me.
Okay,
at the moment.
so with the now scales missing, rears back her head. Kind of looks like it's gonna start fire, but it turns black, kind of like what just happened to Krez. And right in your face too. It's a 30-foot cone, and you're on the ground. Let me just put my little overlay here, purple. Boom. Yeah, it's gonna catch the. It's gonna catch a little bit of its sister too, but we're okay with that. So I'm gonna need Helena, Ulin, and Snags to make me dexterity saves.
So 20, 26.
1d4
18
snags.
for Ulin. If it
That actually passes. You all pass. So you're going to take half of. Oh, fuck it. I'll roll it this time to see what happens. It's always fun to
so you
roll
didn't even roll, you just
16d6.
you dick.
I didn't want to roll 16d6 on one guy.
Lazy. It's the same either way.
All right, so I'm going to do it this way.
That video, how you call that other RPG game, freaking Champions. You have to freaking roll like 16d6 and shit.
So
It used to take
half
us
of
forever.
47,
I round up to
is-
48, so I would count that as 24.
and then half of that, because I'm resistant to necrotic, is 12.
Okay, so yeah,
Helena just sort of like grins and says, "That was cute."
Who's tickling me?
and just like you can see after the exhale, like one stray tear run down her face. It takes.
Okay.
I don't take pleasure on doing this, mother.
So, as a side note, I can use my reaction to attack one more time
Can I ask
with
why?
Sentinel. Sentinel,
Motherfucker,
when
I
a
forgot
creature
about
within 5 feet of me attacks a target other than me, you can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Damn it, it attacked all of you.
I don't
Mm,
think-
I mean, that's
I
a
don't think
creature
it's
other
an
than
attack,
me.
though, right?
Or is it an effect? I don't
Is it
know.
threat?
Did you roll an attack?
No, he just
No.
so it's not swinging at.
All right,
Yeah,
then
it's
I
just
will
a-
wait.
Yeah.
And then
Because if that's the case, then I get to use my retaliation.
That's
Yeah.
true. It's kind of true.
Yeah,
Hey.
Helena.
Give it to her.
Helena, give the creature some mental damage.
didn't roll for. I just did. Didn't roll for an attack, so it won't count.
What's that?
I said you didn't roll for an attack, so we're
Nope,
good.
I just did it. Alrighty, so that dragon's done. Dragon C is going to take to the air because it does not like the thought of being surrounded like this. It's gonna go
Take a bunch of
straight up.
attacks.
It's gonna take a bunch of attacks. Yeah, I know. So everybody in that vicinity is gonna get an opportunity attack. That means Hab, Ulan, and Rags.
I say,
With
Helena,
advantage.
you should tell the dragons, like, I'm so disappointed in you, son.
22
girl.
to hit.
Give it some mental damage.
Oh, that's gonna be natural 20 for 30 on you.
Jesus, a dirty 30.
And I rolled
That's
max
good.
damage for a rend of 12.
All right, sweet.
8 automatic plus.
Hab, are you gonna roll your?
Yeah,
Your
I'm about
attack?
to roll. I'm waiting for him to do his math.
20
got it.
points. I think it's 20 points of damage from Ulan as he tries to leap.
Okay, now just to point out, right, that critical thing, that's for a champion, not for a battle master. Now here
Yeah,
goes
he's
my
wondering
roll.
why you didn't take champion. That was the thing.
That I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't not why
It's
you
boring.
asked.
Like,
Yeah.
Why did you go the wrong build? No.
21's gonna hit.
All right, 21. All
Okay.
right, rolling damage. That's a 13. And you said I only take like one attack, or I do a
Yeah,
full
just
round
one.
of attack.
Just one reaction.
Okay, so that's a total of 13 points of damage for that one reaction, and that's it. Excuse me.
I'm
I
sorry.
forgot what the D8 was for.
Because savage attacker, when you critically score, score a critical hit, roll one of the weapons die and one addition added to the.
God damn.
So it's 28 points of damage from Olin to that fucker
That's
as he
badass.
takes off.
28
Oh,
plus
yeah.
13 plus another 12. 53. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with his fighter, so
All
but at
right.
least you're doing the regular. I'm just gonna casually roll the crit for Ulan that he was
Right.
always doing. So
So yeah, he's gonna take off, go up about 30 feet. Kind of turn this way, kind of hugging the wall, looking over, and he's gonna exhale down. So it's gonna be weird because he's like doing it straight down. So it's gonna hit. Say it's gonna do like a 10-foot square. There's a 30-foot cone. He's 40 foot up.
30-foot cone, he ain't hit nobody if he's 40 feet up.
That's true. He's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna take to the sky and kind of make like a hover
Think about
pattern
it.
over all of you.
Wait till he finds out we can all fly.
Snagulacrum, you're up.
Nagulacrum. He is going to. He is going to do a mass healing word and hit everybody with a 6th level. So everybody's going to get back 19 hit points.
I asked this because I took
60.
necrotic damage, not because you said everybody, so I understood that. Necrotic didn't ate my HP.
No, it didn't.
So, and that's up to 6, but I did it with. So I guess it's still the same. So 19 for 6 people. That should be everybody.
That's literally what I was down. Nice.
Yep.
So, yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Tracking Ulin's HP on
Rally.
calculators. Too.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Evasion, you can-
I'm glad you were, because I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm tracking it.
And he is going to give Bardic Inspiration to Helena.
That's on what? +8, +10? What are you at now?
It's a D10, I think.
D10.
Maybe
Nice.
D12. I'm not
Yeah, he's
sure.
like, you can do it,
We
Elena.
are pretty high level. Inspiration. Yes.
She just starts like glittering.
One sprayer dice to add a total damage
And will that be all for the Snagulacrum?
feature.
Yep.
Okay. On to Slaughter Tusk. He has took note of all the commotion going on.
Attack.
Above him.
Yeah, like everything that's going on. This little ledge here is about 40 feet above where this is wedged into the stone. He's just kind of chilling down there. He watches as this is going on. Can't fly. Okay. He's going to get to like over here, kind of fluttering above. His wings aren't very big, so he can't fly super fast.
Wait, are you gonna tell me he's like those
Flutter by ponies.
No, I can't remember the name. They're not Doomguard. They're
I got nothing.
Actually, I just realized he can do this. I'm going to change something. He's going to flitter up there. Going to take a look at everything. And then he's just going to, for a split second, just kind of bloop, bloop. Right behind Helena in a very comical way, still fluttering in the air. Looks like you're having a hard time there, Toots. What if I made
Helena
it a
just
little bit-
assumes that he's talking to the female dragon and not her. So
I'm
she
talking
just-
to you. I'm talking to you, you little elf woman. He's poking you in the back of the head in the fight.
Wait your turn.
Who's that doing that?
Boring. He is going to.
Dreadlords. The Dreadlords in Warcraft have the giant wing, never fly.
I've never played Warcraft.
I've never played Warcraft either.
Big Warcraft. I remember what you're talking about.
All right,
All they do
so
is freaking thunder through.
essentially, like, pokes you on the shoulder and says what he says. You refuse, and essentially, kind of what it looks like to you, kind of looks like an illusion of which, or no, it's not an illusion. It kind of just looks like he pulls back a mask, but it's actually his face, like peeling off his skin. And I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. Also,
Is
that's
it?
oh, never mind. So that is more people than just Helena. 15-foot radius.
I sent a picture of
So
one.
that-
So, question: is this
Sure.
for the frightened condition?
It is for the frightened condition.
I'm immune.
Okay, so he does this, and you can totally see it's an illusion, and you're not.
She just sort of like tilts her head at him and is like, "I'm busy."
So Ulin and Snags, I'm gonna need you to make me some wisdom saves. I think Snagulacrum. Nope, Snagulacrum's out of that. Just out of it.
Sorry, guys.
13.
What was the DC?
15
15. Okay, so I failed. I'm going to use Indomitable.
to pass.
It doesn't pass. It lets me re-roll it with a plus 14.
Oh,
So
Jesus
as
fucking
long as I
Christ!
don't roll a nat 1 here. which I rolled a 3, so that is 17 on his
Okay,
abdominal.
so he passes with his abdominals.
He flexes.
Flex through the pain and the frightening.
Sorry.
Buffs it off with
Snags.
abs.
You see this horrific sight of this crazy looking demon just look at you all with a face that is pulled back to nothing but like flesh and bone. Scares the fuck out of you.
Is this the Slaughter Tusk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
And Snags, you're going to take some damage from this. You're going to
Okay.
take 33 psychic damage.
Holy crap.
Ow.
And you are frightened for 1 minute.
Oh, I should roll against the damage, I guess. But if I can't be frightened, like, I don't know how that would work.
I think if you pass,
Yeah, if you
Okay.
pass, you don't take anything.
it's only.
I got a 20, 30. No, 30. So we're good.
Right, so that
30,
is the
30.
end of Slaughter Tusk's turn. Ulin, at the top of the round, it is your turn.
All right. And you said he flew 40 feet up?
Yes.
I'm just going to hop on the shield and fly up at him.
Okay.
Take another wings. Now that they won't get advantage because nobody else is. But got 20, 25, and the other.
Yeah, the
do
14's
have
going to miss.
a-
The other 2 hit.
You do have an inspiration for a D10
Ooh,
if you want
that's
to roll
right.
it.
Let's use that D10 for inspiration. So if it's 14 at 16,
That's not going to do it.
damn.
Nope.
No more inspiration. All right, that's 1d8. So I'm gonna savage attack the natural or the 1. Becomes a 5, and with the attacker feat, that 2 becomes a 3. So we have 8 damage plus 10 or 18.
All right, decent. Decent.
Action surge.
Nice.
Because why hold it when we're doing this shit?
So about to do, dude.
Only one of them's gonna 12 and 7
The 27 will hit.
for a total of 13 points of damage.
Not bad.
It is bad because all of them should have. Damn it, Mark! Better for. And bonus will. Or no, is action surge a bonus action?
Action surge is a free action.
The action?
Yeah.
Okay, then bonus act. Never mind, I'm done. Done.
Let's say that Ulin's right there. That's probably fair. In the air, though.
Oh, I would have flown up on this side of him.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just so if anybody wants to ride straight up, though.
Okay. Next up is Hab Waters.
I take this spot right here. All right.
Okay, yeah. For the first time,
Okay.
you hop on the sheath, and it seems pretty effortless to try and figure this thing out. And you fly right up there. Make your attacks.
This is what I'm gonna do first. All right. It's time to start bringing out the big guns. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do my action surge, which gives me
So you're going to do like
Six
6 attacks this turn. Got it.
right, exactly, right. And I have a question. Do I have to roll advantage in every roll?
Mhm.
You do have flanking here, so yeah, you would have advantage.
Okay,
Oh.
all right.
Good luck rolling
Oh. Yeah.
12 d20. Go.
No, what?
Oh,
It's fine.
Well-
Just keep going.
Yeah.
This new thing, my dude.
It
Okay,
wasn't-
okay. I'm gonna be doing menacing attack, which adds a d6 to the roll for extra damage.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to make a saving throw to fall into fear against me.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. Let me go ahead and take out the little dots on the action search. Right, superiority dice. That's gonna be okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5 superior. So 5 of them are gonna be, that special thing that I just said. Okay. All right. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be
Nick,
really,
which one of
really
the
fun.
dragons had that effect from the spell that I did initially? The minus 1d6 on its attack rolls and stuff. Have you
That
been
would
keeping
be
track of that?
Dragon A.
Rolling on advantage. For that first one. So 14.
That's gonna miss.
Okay. Now. Until everything phases out. Okay. Oh, it's gonna keep on doing it? Okay, awesome. Roll. That's a 16.
That's a miss.
Bloody hell. So that's 2 so far. Okay. That's a 31 and oh.
It's a nat 20. You got a nat
Nat
20.
20.
There you go.
Okay,
That's
so
true, right?
that's nat 20. Do I roll for that? Okay, that's a total of 15 plus 1d10. It's 6. So that's 21 points of damage on that one. That was my third attack, correct? Okay, going on to the next one. Fourth attack. Bloody hell, how come it did not do fucking
It did
that
it.
shit? That hit?
That didn't.
Okay, hold
One
on.
more.
It
Roll
didn't
again
roll
for
with
advantage.
advantage though.
Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
roll advantage. Oops.
I know. Okay, those both didn't hit, so that was 4.
That's 4.
Now
Yep.
we're on 5. Hold on, let me see if I
Correct.
can get this thing to come back on again.
Bing,
Okay.
bing.
21.
21's gonna do it.
All right. Rolling on that. Plus 1d10. Rolling on that.
33
That's
plus 8 is 41.
20 points of damage. All right, that was my 5th roll, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That was your 5th.
Okay. That creature has to make a saving throw versus wisdom 5 times or be in fear of me. Okay? For the DM to know that. All right. Now, my last roll, which is still at advantage. Okay, 25 is the highest rolled. Right?
So you hit 4 times out of 6.
Yeah. Oh, no, 5.
Oh yeah, 3 out of
4
6.
times. Yeah,
3 out of
yeah,
6.
something like that. All right, and 12 points of damage plus. The hell. 5, so that's a 17.
41 plus 17 is 58. 58 points of damage.
Good
All
golly.
right, that is all my actions right there. That took a
Plus
lot
a
of
bunch of
headache.
fear.
Shit, that's a lot of fucking brain cells to swap right there doing that.
Gotta be careful there, Jose. You only got a couple of those left.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know, man. It was like, what you mean, brain cells or rolls?
What's the
Brain cells.
DC
Yes.
on the wisdom save, Jose?
Oh, the DC on the wisdom save, right? Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on a second. Menacing roll. Menacing attack. Okay. All right. DC is a 17. On a failure, it is frightened and of you until the end of your next turn.
And you hit with 3 of those attacks, correct?
I had 4, I think.
Okay,
have
so
Yeah,
that's
with
4.
3.
He missed on 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's 3 attacks that I have to roll for.
Okay,
Uno.
sounds good.
So, and then Jose, just as a side note, you would only spend the superiority die for the menacing attack on the ones you hit with.
You only spent 3 of your superiority die, not.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So
take 2 back.
2 of them pass. 1 of them did fail.
So it's now afraid of Jose.
So I'll say that with the one attack that did fail, I'll say that you cut like a good chunk of this hide off from the flesh, bleeding kind of heavily, and that shook it a little bit. Kind of shook its pride.
Okay, I'm letting this known. I have dibs on that piece. Okay.
No,
What do you mean?
no,
I
you
claimed
can't harm me
dibs
like
before
this.
you even got here.
I called dibs. Damn it.
Kiss my ass.
And would that be all?
Yeah, that is all.
All right, Snags, you're up next.
All right.
Nags is terrified, so he's going to shift over here, cast Spirit Guardians,
Okay.
and get on Rags, and he will flee.
As Snags would do.
Yeah, that does sound like a very Snags thing.
Spirit Guardians, I'm out of here. Dashes between
15-foot
everything.
radius. He's going to save his 7th level slot, but he's going to use a 6th level slot.
Okay.
So DC 20 Wisdom save for everything in a 15-foot radius, or take some radiant damage. Ah, that's a crappy roll. 20.
And how big of a radius?
It is a 15-foot radius.
Okay. Boom.
Would you cast it before you moved or like as
I
you
cast
moved?
it as I got to Rags before I got
Okay.
on him.
Yeah, I got the overlay for you.
Perfect. So I jump on Rags. So did you roll for that dragon?
Dragon's 40 feet up in the air.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
he's
it 40
he's
feet?
gonna be out of the range of that.
Okay, well, I'm going to fly on Rags upwards so that he is within it.
Okay, so now he makes a save. It's a wisdom, right?
Yep, DC 20.
It's a natural 20 that he rolled.
Okay, so he takes 10 radiant.
Okay. Yeah, the
He
little
has a
goblin starting
60
gnawing
foot.
on him. It's like, oh, stop it!
And I'm going to fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and I'm going upwards, so it'll be the full 60, and I'll be about, I don't know, 20 feet up.
Okay. So this guy's gonna take a little bit. Is gonna be just on the edge of that.
Snegulacrum is looking up there like, don't leave me.
That's gonna
And
fail.
Electrum grabs the quarterstaff.
The other dragon failed to save.
Okay,
I
so he will take.
20.
Nope, I'll roll that for him.
75. Motherfuck!
29 or half.
It's gonna be the full, so.
Just 75 to hit.
Radiant golden goblins gnawing on its wings.
Yeah, they're eating through this thing quickly. Like it almost looks like they're like eating the shadow that's radiating this thing.
Rotate, big man.
And that's a spell, and I think he is going to be. He's going to be done.
Okay. Helena, you're up next.
She sort of like glances back and is going to fine, fuck it. This is what she wanted to do, so we're going to do it. She glances back, looks at the posturing demon, and sort of like snarls and uses a channel divinity to abjure the extraplanar. So I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
Off my land.
And Snags is going to give a -10 to that. You're a big bad man, and you deserve to go away.
Okay, so roll your -10. He rolled an 18.
Okay, come
Well,
on in.
anything that they remove from it is going to make him fail because the DC is 18.
Okay.
So on a
I think-
failed Nice. So on a failed save, the creature is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can, and it can't willingly end its move in a space within 30 feet of me. And for its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can take the dodge action. So she turns around and goes, I'm not talking to you. Please go away. And it's just like shoes Slaughter Tusk, and he is forcibly turned and must flee.
Okay.
And then is going to turn back to Maleficent. And say we will go ahead and use a bonus action to Blessing of the Raven Queen to fuck it, we ball. She's gonna like hop on that pony. We gonna hop on that pony.
Okay, on this 12-foot tall pony.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you do the abjure extraplanar thing to Slaughter Tusk. It's like kind of like looks at the energy coming off of you and says, "Oh no, the Raven Queen! I'm out of here."
Goodbye.
And then you, like a badass, fucking teleport behind this dragon or onto its back. What else are you
Yep.
doing?
So that's my action, bonus action. That'll be end of turn.
Okay. The maze engine's gonna go off again.
Planar.
It forces on their move, they have to get as far away from me as they possibly can. They must flee, basically. No, there's at a higher level, it literally just banishes them back to the plane they're from. But
Oh my god, that's awesome.
I'm not there yet. Soon.
So
We should
the
just
engine,
go.
the engine starts to grind and spin again. And almost like a human voice, you start to hear from it as it spins faster and faster. What? And then a big pop, and a big green energy sphere appears around the maze engine itself.
Our maze engine keeps on coming up in my head for some reason, like in a movie or something.
I think it used to be a movie.
He's thinking of Maze Runner.
Yep, I am thinking of Maze Runner. And that's all that's going to do. Krez, you're up.
Yeah. Okay, so Snags is not exactly close enough to give me advantage behind him, but it wouldn't matter. Oh. $17 to hit.
A 17 is going to miss.
$25.
Okay,
Oh,
that'll hit.
Wait. I take that back. Yes. Still gonna take 3 points of damage.
Graze.
Or raise equal to the ability modifier
Okay.
does that plus on
Sweet.
additional 14 intimidating presence.
Free action.
I only use it once per.
I'm gonna say it's free action.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna need wisdom saving throw. 30-foot radius. .30-foot radius.
Yeah.
Center that. Cool. So 16 wisdom from Dragon A, Dragon B, and Water Tusky. Wait, it says. So we're just gonna do Dragon B and Dragon.
Okay. Dragon B technically fails.
Hmm.
Okay, they both fail.
Cool. Turn.
Okay.
Doesn't say unless.
Fair enough. But they can continue to make the save every turn, right?
Every turn. I imagine rolling. They want to give.
Okay.
And A will get minus a d6 on his roll as well.
Right.
They're
Okay.
very cute.
And will that be all?
Bitches, come on.
All right. So if that'll be all,
We'll be
it's
all
gonna
right.
bring us to the dragons. Dragon starts its turn in the Radiant Goblin Field
Nom, nom, nom,
and
nom, 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 nom.
critically succeeds on that. So he takes half damage of what Spirit Guardians is.
We'll find out.
We shall find out when Phil makes the roll.
What'd you say? Am I supposed to make a roll?
Spirit
yeah.
Guardian damage.
For Spirit Guardians.
Oh. Sorry, I was totally somewhere else for a second.
Aren't we all somewhere else,
Okay.
like all the time?
Oh,
Yeah.
sparkly
I'm in a
stuff.
whole
30.
new state.
DC 20 wisdom if they haven't already rolled.
Yeah, he definitely passed with a natural 20, but he's still going to take some damage, right?
15 radiant.
Cool. Yeah, goblins are giving him some trouble. He's absolutely off put by Krez. He's not going to admit that he's scared.
Rocks away.
He is. So go ahead as this
That's
thing
a-
kind of takes to the sky.
28.
Yes.
13 points of damage.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, you get a good slash at it as it starts to fly away.
Does that cut through magic?
What?
The Vorpal sword?
That's a good question. That I don't know the answer to.
No, it's okay.
So, young dragon B has to use its turn to try and get away from Krez. So it's going to start moving away from Helena with Helena on its back.
Going with it, yeah. Meow.
Kind of like brushes wings with this one as it flies away. But it's flying very high. This cavern itself over the lava flow probably goes up another 400 or 500 feet up a sort of canyon. And that seems to be the direction this young dragon is headed. Young Dragon C is going to continue to try and move to get away from the assholes that are following, stabbing it in the ass.
Dragon B just took off on us.
It's the one that Helena has been working with.
Back on him.
Yeah, they do.
With advantage since we were flanking when he left.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. $25 to hit for Ulin rather.
So let's roll a d6 really quick. Nope.
9 points of damage from Ulin.
Okay. Jose, did you roll an opportunity attack?
So, opportunity attack on
Dragon C, the one.
Dragon C, correct?
Correct.
Okay, opportunity attack. Oh, I rolled a 1 on that. Nat
You
1.
get advantage, so roll again.
Oh, okay, okay.
Correct.
Oh, thank God.
Double
Otherwise, you're
nat
dropping
one.
that long
Okay. Oh,
Just the
wow.
opposite.
natural 20. That's nice.
We love to see it.
At least one of us is doing Ulin's job. Damn it, Lou.
Oh, double damage.
Woo!
And
Oh,
24.
Points on that fucker.
You rolled fucking max damage.
All right. Yeah, I guess I hit it.
Yeah, you get, as this thing is running away, I'll say since it was a crit, Hab gets a little souvenir here. You cut the exact tip of the tail off, maybe like 3 inches off, and it lands
Hey, 3
perfectly
inches.
in your hand. Like 3 inches off the end of the tail, like tip, and then 3 inches,
Just the tip.
just
the
enough for like a
tip.
3 inches
keychain
can
or
still do a
something.
lot, man. You can still do a lot with 3 inches.
That's what they tell
That's
me.
what they keep telling you.
It's out of niceness.
It's out of pity. It's like, you dumb fuck. All right. Will that be all? Oh, that'd be all for
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
The
that's it.
dragon's done moving. It was gonna do something nasty to Snags and Krez, but it couldn't. Snaggulacrum is up next.
Okay.
This quarterstaff's still at his feet too.
Yeah, he probably notices it, and he probably thinks to himself, it was at Snag's feet. Maybe Snags dropped it, so he's just going to reach down and pick it up.
Okay, cool.
And then he's going to follow suit, and he is also going to cast Spirit Guardians where he is at.
Okay.
He will do that at, might as well, go big or go home, right?
Right.
We'll go.
So he'll do that at 5th level. DC 18 for him.
Okay.
Did Dragon A dash away from us?
Dragon A has a 80-foot movement speed.
Okay. Far enough to get away from me, fucker.
So Slaughter Tusk technically failed that save. Dragon B is a little bit higher, so he's farther out of that range. But right.
He's gonna use his distance to automatic succeed as take half.
Nope, I just thought he was vulnerable to Radiant, which he is not.
The fucking demon!
You'd think so, right?
How the fuck can a demon be like immune to radiant damage? Get the fuck out of here! No way!
No, it's not immune. I thought it was vulnerable.
Oh, what? Wait. I
Nope.
the fuck?
All right, so yeah, Slaughter Tusk is pretty freaked out already from not only Helena but Krez. You guys are crazy.
You're talking about the radiant damage against the demon?
Yep.
Yeah, well, he believes. He believes. He just has faith on his side.
Yeah, just for a glimpse,
He-
you catch a rosary around his neck.
Little Mormon book stuffed
And
in
it's
his
the
back
Raven
pocket.
Queen, nonetheless. No.
It is.
Also
little pocket version.
also taking action out of Snags. He's going to run away, screaming the same sounds that Snags did, and he'll run over here.
And that'll be all for the
Yes.
simulacrum. Got it.
Yep.
Slaughter Tusk is doing what it's supposed to, keeping an eye on Helena to get the fuck out of Dodge. It's gonna fly its measly 60-foot dash with its little wings flapping as fast as it can. It kind of tries to take refuge in the tunnel and start moving.
Did
So
you
at
just-
this point, it's
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, we lost Nick for a second.
I was a little far away.
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Essentially, Slaughter Tusk is going back up the tunnel you guys came up to try and get away from Helena and Krez out of fear. The other two
Piss in your
dragons
boots,
are scared.
motherfucker.
What was the DC for your fear thing, Krez? 15?
16.
Okay, well, fine. Be still scared with a Helena on her back, and A is no longer scared. At the end of its turn, it turns its back towards you, or turns towards you again, with some pretty intense hatred in its eyes.
Okay, that's cool.
Ulin, you're up.
Wait. Sorry. A was the one I was fighting as Krez, right?
Correct.
C's the one
Yeah.
that we fucked up with everyone else. Okay.
Correct.
That is. That dragon's just out of Ulin's. Wait, light on Ulin's shield.
Correct.
Oh, you thought you were getting away from me, motherfucker? Come here! You're getting smacked like a bitch 3 more times. Well, probably only one, but you know. All right, we got natural 20, 22, and 29 to hit.
Yeah, those are all gonna hit.
All right, so we will roll the natural 20 first, which is automatically 8 plus 1d8 for 6 plus 5. 19 points of damage on that. And then the
Was one of
other
those a crit?
two.
Yeah, one of those was a crit.
Right. Are we still doing the old crit rules?
No.
So we're not
We're
doing...
Well,
doing
you got a 19 and a 20. You're a champion, right? So he crit twice. 19, a 12, and a 20.
Oh,
20
so
and a
2 of our
12,
crits.
20 and a 19, yeah, that's a crit.
Good God.
I'm sorry, I don't...
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
All right,
Our
so...
champions, yes.
But hold on a second. Are we just doing rolling 2 dice for crits now instead of the 1 max and the other one?
No, we're doing the one max and the other one.
Okay, so it's immediate 16 damage on the 2, right?
Uh-huh.
Crit. 16 plus 6. Right. My other rolls that I had here were natural 1, so one of them is going to count as a 3. The other one's going to get savage attacker, so we have 3 there. Plus 4. Plus 10. Right.
And that would be total. Yeah.
$44 points of damage
Good golly.
on dragons.
Okay. All right. So yeah, 2 good slashes to the lower midsection of this dragon as you catch up to speed with it. Looking kind of surprised that you caught up so quick. Was that all of your attacks? Yeah, one
All
of them was a
3.
miss. All right.
Fighting me.
Wasn't it a 12 plus a bunch? Wouldn't it have been like a 22 for the middle one?
Yeah, all 3 attacks hit. Roll the
Yeah.
Yeah,
damage
so
on-
roll your third attack. I don't know why I saw the 12 and I'm just trying to hope.
it was 12 plus 10, so 3 attacks.
Okay.
Right? But one of them becomes a 3 because attacker like 1s and 2s counts as. I
Right.
re-rolled one of the total 44 points of damage. 3 attacks.
Good dial. Okay, cool. I am up to speed. Sweet.
Espy
Yeah.
looking hurt at this.
It's definitely taken some damage, but it's not what you'd call it's not that hurt.
Bloodied yet?
400 points.
Yeah.
True.
Drop that tower on top of him.
Whew.
They're pretty powerful, aren't they?
For a young dragon, yeah. Continue.
All right, and that will be all. Hab Waters, you're up next.
We're gonna die! Yay! Okay. Okay. So, looking where we at, I'm just gonna continue attacking Dragon C.
You're gonna follow suit with
Right.
Ulan, chasing, stabbing.
Yeah, Dragon C. Well, that's the one that killed freaking Simon the Simple. So yeah, I'm taking that hide. Okay, so my first attack. Am I doing this with advantage?
No.
I'll say no, because you guys are chasing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he couldn't get behind it to be decent to me.
Right.
Okay. First attack of 24. That's a hit. Damage.
Yep.
That's a 12. Okay. All right, come on. Phase out. Phase out. Okay. Next attack. A bloody miss. That's a total of
Natural
12.
one, sir.
Natural
Yeah.
1. Okay.
That's right.
So this is what's gonna happen, Hab. You
What? Something
this-
happens?
you rolled a natural 1, so you're riding the sheath. I'm gonna ask you this question really quick. How is Hab Water riding a flying sword sheath? Like, how would he choose to mount this? Would he like ride it like a broom or surfboard or what?
No, that's something that I've been asking myself lately. Oh my god, how will you ride a fucking sheep?
The sheath
Huh?
that Lithius made for Prez
Yeah, I know.
was
I'm
a
assuming-
strapped thing. You strap it to yourself and you just
Yeah.
fly. It's not a
Yeah,
sheath
so
that
I'm
you step
saying
on.
it's
It was
it's
never
strapped
like
to my
that.
belt.
In the description of it, it tells you exactly what it is, and everybody has always said, "I just jump on the sheath." You can't.
Yeah.
It's not. That's not how it
Yeah,
was
it's
made to
not.
be activated.
I always thought everybody was riding it like they were a Silver Surfer or something like that.
The
I just didn't think
shield,
it was like
yes.
that.
And the other dudes, yes, but this one was just a double strap harness
Okay.
that lets
So-
you fly.
Now that I remember, now I've been reminded of that. Thank you, Phil.
Okay, so what happens? What obnoxiously devilish thing that you have in your mind? Right?
Oh, it's simple, really. You slash and you smack too wide, overextending your elbow. Your arm is now in some serious pain. You might have accidentally dislocated your.
Okay, so tennis elbow. Okay,
No,
got it.
you're gonna have disadvantage on your next on your next attack.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my next attack, right, and disadvantage. Let me see how that works. Okay, rolling. At a total of 16, that's a miss.
Yeah, just in the complete pain that you're in right now, trying to work out that shoulder pain or whatever you've done in your old age, it is just very hard to make an articulate attack at this point.
Okay. All right. So I go try to pop that shoulder back into place. I'm only 38 years old. I know I'm senile.
But I mean, like in Faerun times, like 38.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that is senile. I'm ancient. All right. That was it. That was all my actions.
All right. Snags.
Snags.
Well, he was trying to fly up and away from Slaughtertusk, and then he went up and is flying out that passageway to
Yes.
the northwest.
And I'll say, as
Okay.
of right now, you have broken line of sight with him, so the fear is
Okay.
over.
Oh, perfect. So then he is just going to double move. He's going to go 5, 10 for that dude, DC 20.
That's going to be a 19.
Okay. Then he takes 19 damage, radiant. Oh, you said a 19?
Yeah,
So
he rolled a
failed.
19.
Then he took 39 radiant damage.
Good God.
You will suffer the day you met Snags.
Good God, he takes a lot of damage.
And then I have another 40 feet of movement, or
In
more
that-
than that, on Reg. So we will fly down and do the same to this dude down here.
So I'll say that as you do that, you see that your little chewy goblins, they eat through him very quickly. Like it's almost like I said before, it's almost like they're eating the shadow out of this thing. Starting to regain its reddish tint from before. Still kind of shadowy, but definitely not as. And it's now very hurt. The next one's going to roll its save with Helena on its back. It's going to fail that one too.
That one is 28 radiant.
Okay. Maleficent kind of bucks and writhes in pain. Helena, you start to see all these little goblins crawling all over.
I rolled that on Snaggy Lacrim on accident, and I rolled it a 5d8 instead of a 68, so it's going to be 1d8 more. Sorry.
Yeah, roll one more d8.
Rolled it on the wrong goblin, so 4 more.
32.
Oops, that was the wrong one.
He's just going to tell Snaggy Lacrim to do the same thing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good things, Snaggy Lacrim.
He gives you just like a very lame thumbs up.
Yeah.
And will that be all for you then?
That is it.
All right, Helena, you're on the back of Maleficent. What do you do now?
I've been like arguing with myself over this the entire time, but I know that this is what you do. So she is going to set both hands on either side of, like, I don't know, like the wing joints or like the neck, or like some, like got both hands on, and it's going to use an action to cast cleansing touch, to do a cleansing touch as a paladin, which will end one spell on myself or one creature that I touch 5 times per long rest. She is just under the assumption that there is some sort of like magical thing making the dragon act this way, seeing as it wasn't always covered in shadow and dark. So that's what she is trying to end. And that will be her
Okay.
action. So I leave that in the DM's hands to whether this works or not.
Just 1 second. So you cast this spell.
It's like it's not even like really a spell. It's just a thing that
Like an
she
ability you can
do.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading. So yeah, you kind of like you've never. I don't think you've ever done this before because
Nope. This is brand new.
You on the back of this dragon that you once called child. Reach out into your spirit and into your mind for the Raven Queen to give you the power to end this suffering that this creature is going through. And you get an answer. A really bright light kind of blasts from your hands for just a second. And you see just like smoke rising off of a fire. The shadow just start to leave Maleficent. Maleficent loses consciousness immediately, though.
Okay.
So it was already kind of flying in like this general direction.
Yep.
So at an equal descent, you are going to start falling that direction. You're about like 60 feet up. So from that, you're going to land about right here.
Okay.
Maleficent
It's not in the
is going
lava.
to take some damage on the fall. It's going to land on a rock right here.
And so
I'm going to need you to make a dexterity save, though, to make sure that you fell here.
She flew
This is all
there.
kind of
put
like
me
She
where she would.
Question. Quick question. I had to
Sure.
step out for a second. What happened?
We'll
You
get to
died.
that. Again,
No,
Watch
I'm just
the
kidding.
YouTube video.
I'm kidding.
I'm avenging you.
Okay, so Helena, I'm gonna need you to make me a dexterity save
It's a
as to try to
28.
hold on. Okay, yeah. So you hit the ground on this. It's very smooth stone, and you start to slide towards the lava. And I'll say you just kind of like, or how do you try to like keep yourself on that?
Honestly, I think she just sort of like just stabs back with like
That's
the
exactly
scimitar to
what I was
try
thinking.
and just like get some sort of like, so she's got like one hand on the dragon, the other hand on like the wall, and is
Reverse
between
rowing
them
with your
both.
double-bladed scimitar.
Yeah, almost.
Sparks
Just sort of
flying.
like
Ah!
with heels like on like the edge, like, and she's in, like some pretty solid like armor, so just like metal sparks everywhere. The radiant light sparks, just it looks pretty fucking badass in my head at the very least, even if she's like flailing slightly.
Yeah, it does look pretty badass. You slow to a grinding halt, just on the edge of the stone. The bubbling lava flowing below you, and here you are on this platform.
Just sort of like panting, like Casper, like got the dragon behind, like one arm, like mom arming the dragon, and like
The dragon is
arm
like 40 foot
pass
below
the
you
fuck out.
on a
Okay.
rock, very precariously over the lava, alive but unconscious.
Okay. And then
No walking
Um,
shadowy either.
I will, once I like freeze, I can use my movement with and like get down to where the dragon is. And
Yeah,
so does that make, so like get down there, and then I can't use another action, but can I do this as a bonus action? Just let me just check something. I don't think I can. No, I will use a bonus action to harness divine power to recoup a spell slot for when it comes back around.
all right.
Because I know what I'm going to do next. Okay. Ta-da! End of turn.
Alrighty.
Can get this
So,
fucking dragon back on our side, bitches.
so at the end of this
Oh.
turn, you guys will also notice the other two dragons, their shadow seems to fade just a little bit in the events of what just happened. anybody in vicinity can pretty much tell that these things have been weakened somehow. And with that, the maze engine goes off again.
Giving me cookies.
We'll find out this time. Oh no. Oh no.
And the campaign, everyone.
Oh,
Thanks
I
for
know what this
playing.
one does, but it's probably not going to go well. Okay, so yeah, this is what happens. Well, I guess let me ask you a question really quick. Who of the party is considered an extraplanar creature?
It's a planar creature.
I think I am because I'm from Shadowfell. Mm-mm. I think it's just me
I'm from Middle Earth.
because she's Shader Kai from Shadowfell.
Okay. This is what happens.
Goodbye. You're on
A
your own. Good luck, everybody.
A flash of violet white light
Look!
emits from the middle of the maze engine. It blinds you all for about a total of 6 seconds. Helena, you start to feel very strange. Almost like you're being stolen away to somewhere. And it all
Is
becomes
that
very dark.
counterspellable? Is it counterspellable? Or she's all the way down there, so I probably
Yeah.
can't see her. Never mind. She's out of sight.
So yeah, Helena, you find yourself in a very place. Very windy, dark, and shadowy. You've only heard stories of this place. You recognize it immediately, though. This is your birth home, the Shadowfell.
Fucking if that was Chicago.
She's just like, fuck.
Dragon A and B and C also
Does she get a
disappeared.
save versus that? Shouldn't she get a
No.
save?
I don't
Nope.
think so.
It just happens.
Okay.
I have a thing. I think we'll be okay.
So, in the aftermath of everything, the other 2 dragons have disappeared. Helena, though, you look around very quickly, and she's gone. The maze engine is still running wildly. The walls around you are starting to shake as this thing starts to. What are you all doing?
Well, with
Are we out of combat?
You are out of combat, yes.
Okay.
I will immediately fly towards this maze engine and start looking for a way to turn it the fuck off.
Yeah, Arcana checks, looking at it.
Yeah, you can go. Anybody can go ahead and make an Arcana check looking at it.
Oh yeah, I'm great at these.
So
What
14.
question?
in the I'll just tell you what Helena is doing in the other via I'll just type it over to you, Nick, so you can keep focusing on this.
That sounds wonderful.
All right, I have a question.
Snag,
Where
you
the
like
hell
will
is
help.
Tusk?
Snags.
Okay.
24 on Arcana.
And Hab, what's your question?
Where is Tusk?
Tusk disappeared.
Okay,
Last thing.
and the dragon that's on the near the lava.
He was cleansed of
young-
the shadows. Extraplanar.
Yeah, it is the dragon that you recognize. Or no, you don't recognize. You've never met this.
You've never met the dragon, so you
Yeah.
probably are like, danger! Everyone else is like,
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
It's fine.
Well, I don't know if it's fine. All right. Okay.
So Snags would grab that quarterstaff.
Yep.
Snags would get that quarterstaff, and he's gonna. Does it look magical? It appeared at his feet. He'll do identify on it.
Okay. So you take the time to identify it.
I'm just gonna cast it.
Okay. So I'll say that with your first Arcana check, you can tell that the only things that you could do to turn this off is if it were to possibly come into contact with an anti-magic field, or if you could successfully dispel the magic that runs it, it would just shut down.
Looks pretty damn potent.
Hit the bathroom real quick.
Go for it.
All right. Well, I can try and dispel it. Do I get a feel of how powerful it is?
You could tell that it'd be pretty difficult, be like a DC 19 check, but it's not impossible.
Okay. I will use a. I'm going to try a 7th level spell slot.
Okay.
Dispel magic. One creature, object, magical effect within range. If it's 7th level or low, it automatically fails. Otherwise, it's a DC 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
Okay, so what would that make the DC for your spell then be?
If the effect that I'm trying to dispel is 7th level or lower, it automatically goes off. Otherwise, for each spell of higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability, and the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
See, it's the thing. It doesn't give me a level. It just gives me DC. So the way that I'm trying to work it out is the DC for the spell that you're casting is higher than then it just works.
Right. So if the
Think
effect
about
is
it,
like
all-
a 6th level effect, then or a 7th level effect, then it automatically shuts it down. If it's
I
higher
would
than
think
that,
like
then I have
all
to roll.
magical items are normally like 13th level at least.
So it's up to you, dude.
Okay, so
Is it like a 9th level spell?
I
effect
wish I
or what?
knew.
He's pulling out his Google orb of crystal orb. He's gonna check it out.
Yes, the Orb of Gugal.
Yes, the orb of Google. We've actually used that joke so many times.
Inventory.
You want me to make a roll?
The use of dispel magic or similar negates its.
Okay, that's what she's.
So let me think of it this way. I'm just gonna pop over to your sheet real quick, Snags.
Sure.
Sometimes it helps me if I can just read shit.
Sure.
So your DC is this DC 20 already for the spells that you cast.
Correct. But dispel magic is different. It's based
Okay.
on the spell that I'm trying to dispel. So if it was like a 9th level spell that I was trying to dispel, then I would have to roll a 19 or higher.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay, so then yeah, your DC is 19.
I will also be adding Peerless Skill, which will give me an extra D10 to add into it, since it is an ability check.
Okay.
So, Charisma coming at you. 11 plus a D10. So 19, which is what I needed. Meets it, beats it.
Okay. So you cast Dispel Magic. You harness this celestial or whatever kind of energy. impossible for you to tell because it's swirling so much and changing almost immediately. And you just force it into nothing. The engine very slowly whirs to a halt, dark and silent.
Well, that was easier than I thought.
Helena, you are standing, pacing back and forth in the dark. To the things that you texted me, you're thinking about
Yeah.
your position.
Yeah. And it's one of those.
You've pulled out the cubic gate. You're thinking about
so
the
it's-
things. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying this would probably take about 10 to 15 minutes, depending. So knowing how long their stuff takes, that lets you know where I would cut in or be cut off.
Okay, so like this is just like side piece while this is going on.
Right.
You've pulled out the gate, you've pulled out the cube, you're looking at it, you're thinking about all the things that Lithius has taught you. For the first time, I will also say this. You're finding it very hard to read in the dark. Something about this place just makes everything obscured.
Right.
She has a radiant sword that she can read by.
It is true.
Lightsaber.
And dark vision. Like the reason she has dark vision is because of this place. So but yeah, so if nothing happens within like the amount of time it takes her to consider and do all of this, then she will press the side and expend the charge.
Right. Give me just 1 second.
No,
I have it
you're good.
written down, all this shit.
Take your time.
Because honestly, I never thought that this gate would ever come into play.
I can cast the gate spell, which opens a portal to the plane. Key to that side.
All right.
You're like, I never thought we'd use this. I'm like, sorry, you thought.
So
We'll
there are 6 sides on this cube.
Right,
Each one has a different plane of existence.
right. She's trying to remember the one that, like, with
Give
his
me-
like, if you want to go home, baby, this is the one you put.
Give me a history check.
Oh yeah, she sucks at these, dude.
Everybody's great at history, and that's what makes me so happy.
Oh fuck, she did great. 19.
Okay, so yeah, you remember that there was a specific symbol on one side, and it looked like a triangle.
She will press that one.
Okay, so you press that, and very slowly and quietly, a white columned gate opens up in front of you with a large mahogany door that swings open into a bright light. You
She
step
should be able
through.
to see to the other side. If it's
Yeah,
the
to the
gate
other
spell.
side. To the other side. You look out. It looks like it opens out into what looks like the surface world, somewhere in
Alright.
a forest.
She will step through.
Okay. So flashing back to the rest of the party, that whole process took about like 20 minutes. So in the 20 minutes, you've just shut down the maze engine. What are you doing now?
Studying it, seeing if we can make sure that it's permanently shut down or move it away from here.
It is. It is actually, as it has stopped moving, it seemed like that was the only thing that was. And it starts to.
Reboot button. See if there's a reboot button.
Oh, Crazy's
want it
gonna
to shut
get on
down.
top of it, start jumping it into the lava.
Every clunk, it sinks like another couple inches. Make me a deck save, though.
15.
Okay, so you jump like 5 or 6 times and it sinks a good bit. On the 6th jump, it sinks like a lot, like a good foot and a half at once, and you lose your footing a little bit. And for maybe just a half a second, you think you're about to go in the lava, and then you remember you can fly, and you just back up onto the bar.
All right, DM. All right.
Yes,
Okay, dragon. All right. The
still
thing,
unconscious.
all right. Still unconscious, right? Okay, I get down there to the dragon's throat. All
I
right.
swear to God, if you kill this fucking dragon, I'm gonna make it come through this screen.
Oh yeah, baby! I'm gonna wear his head to the fucking ball. Anyway, I tell this dragon, it's like I wake it up. I got a sword through its throat. Right? And I tell her, it's like, we just lost your mama.
I'll say that it
Right,
wakes up
she-
after like 10 minutes, and yeah, you have your sword to its
The
throat.
second he got his sword to the throat, Ulan would look at him and be like, "You fucking do it. You'll sleep with that dragon in the lava."
Yeah. I'm like, you just lost your mama. She got blinked out by that little that sparkly ball there. It's like, how do we restart it and get her back?
No.
He kind of
Ulan
looks
flat
around
out was
and
looking
says,
at him, going, "Stop what you're doing, or you're about to make 4 enemies that you are not going to walk away from."
It's like, he
Either
might
way,
know something. Shut up.
the dragon is stirred, kind of realizes the situation it's in.
At this point,
Very-
Krez will make his way over to where Ulan is.
Yeah,
And just be like ready. Like if he fucks up in the slightest, he's sleeping in the lava with the dragon.
Okay,
and
that's good.
the dragon kind of comes to, realizes the situation it's in, and very confused and says, "Where am I?" Looks over at Ulan and Krez. I remember you. Krez.
Remember Helena?
He looks at you. Yes. Where is she?
She disappeared. That ball was rolling and working during that time. Do you know how to get her back?
I don't even know where I am.
Abby, either you
Uh,
severely misunderstand what the fuck just went down, or you just aren't understanding what the hell I'm telling you. Dragon had nothing to do with her disappearing.
Well, no. See, the thing is, I'm hoping that he might recall. He might have been like a backseat driver, right? And seeing everything out the spirit dragon's eyes, so he might know how to get back Helena. That's what I'm trying to jog out of his memory, out of her memory.
But the
There was a bright light, and she
Yeah.
was gone after the bright light, which came from the big maze engine down there. So
Yeah. So I'm trying to see whether or not he knows anything. She knows anything about the maze engine. And
I'm not
I-
smart, but I'm wise. What I figure, could I make a roll to see if I figure out that it was either some sort of teleport or something? Because she was the only one that was not like us.
Yeah, go ahead and make me be like a basic knowledge shit.
Arcana?
Yeah, you can make an arcana check.
24.
Okay. So,
Let me-
Snag, you figure from your knowledge of magic spells that in the way that worked, the only things that disappeared were things that weren't of this world. So you assume that she was banished
Such
back
as like
where-
my Rags would have, because he's a Fae.
Correct. So
A summon
Rags is
creature.
gone. Bloop. Rags.
So that would have
disappeared
made
back
me
to-
think that it was some sort of extraplanar eviction spell or effect.
you've been evicted. I like that.
let's
Usually
look at
that-
this in the smart. Flynn
She
says.
might be in the Feywild, or I'm not the Feywild. She might be in the
Shadow-
Shadowfell.
Yeah.
If that's
What I
game.
know back from being trapped with her in get it out of where she was before. So I think we just go back to Lithius's. She'll meet us there. Got out once before, and let's not forget.
let's
the
get away
Sending
from-
Stone,
That's true. Let's get away from this heat. I will make my scrying ball and I will scry for her.
sure.
How does that sound?
You guys go ahead and do that. Chris says, "I'm gonna wait until that thing fucking sinks and melts."
So I'll fly up on
Wait,
the
don't
ledge.
we need that thing to start it up again and bring her back?
No, we don't. That thing goes on for too long. It blows up existence. We don't want that thing on, regardless if it could save her or not. There's
As you
other
guys are
ways to
saying
save her.
that, there's a huge explosion from behind you from the maze engine itself.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, and I cast Identify on that staff. Was it anything?
It is a +2 quarterstaff.
Nice.
And it's pretty.
Yeah, it is immaculate, great craftsmanship. And the more you look at it, the more special it looks because the way that it was fashioned with magic, there's no humanly way possible that this could have been crafted.
Cool.
That explosion that happened, that thing is in pieces.
Yeah, as it exploded, like a rim, like one of the inner rings goes bolt and ancient debris of metal go flying by and shrapnel along with bits of lava. Speaking of which, everybody make a dex save so they don't
Oh,
get hit with
Anybody
lava.
that's near the lava,
Literally anybody that's in this room.
cool.
I'm gonna use
That's a dirty 20 for Krez and a
I have a total of
6.
20,
Coolant.
and I have a special ability to dodge fucking bullshit.
But if it's a fail, I'm gonna use Indomitable and plus 14.
Can you do that multiple times a day?
2 per long rest, sir.
That's sweet. All right, so
Let me double make sure I'm not wrong.
Before you said it had blown up, I said that Snags and Snaggy went up the cliff, but I had lost my rag, so I probably wouldn't have been able to fly up.
yeah,
So,
Yes, 2 per long rest.
so you
So
said
plus
deck
4.
saves?
dex saves, yes.
That would make it a 19
Nice.
coolant.
26 and an 18 for Snags and Snaggy.
Okay, so looks like everybody passed. So you're only going to take half of this.
Half of 1.
I got an ability that freaking says if I pass a dexterity check, I suffer no damage at all.
Oh yeah, you have that. You have that feat, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Took half
everybody
of
other,
that?
you take half of 71, which I'm going to round up to 36.
Which sucks because I keep forgetting that shit.
Now, out of curiosity, is it fire damage considered?
It is fire damage, yes.
So it'd be. It was 36 you rounded up to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
The dragon doesn't suffer anything, of course.
No.
No, they're
Okay.
immune to fucking
All right.
fire damage.
No. The left sense just kind of like, oh yeah, it's a nice bath.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. This is the one
Alright,
thing
let's
I'm
get
gonna
out
say.
of this room.
Yeah.
As a player, wait a minute, as a player character, you guys need to have orders not to slice this creature's head open, because this is the creature that killed Simon. Am I
It's not
correct?
the creature that killed Simon. They had a hand in it, but I don't. At this point, the way that it's looking,
The dragon that actually did it, full shadow dragon that we've not come across again.
correct.
Okay, so you guys explain that to him.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
if you need convincing, this is as simple as the convincing is. You
Yeah.
kill it, you die down here with it.
Oh, that's no problem, right? I mean, he's not afraid of that. Right?
So
he just
you're-
wants to.
You're good
Yeah, he
to
wants to
die.
make sure he gets the right dragon.
You're on the wrong one.
I'm on the wrong one. He goes like,
You need the pure Shadow Dragon. Maleficent was there to consume part of the corpse, sure. But the one that delivered the final necrotic blow that reanimated Simon is not here.
Scaled one. Alright.
Oh.
Yeah. I get
And-
off his
and
So,
throat.
look,
question.
I get off his
Look.
throat.
So,
And release him.
Okay.
you have 3 inches of a dragon tail that was part of it, so it's an eye for an eye there.
Yeah, well, I'm not done yet. I just like the whole fucking dragon. You know, boxed up in a rotisserie freaking box.
Let's get the
Right.
hell out of here and get somewhere back where we could talk to somebody that can communicate with her, which would be
Ooh.
Lithius is the only one that I would
Yes.
suggest because I don't really trust the drow.
no, but I mean it would be Lithius's mom. We don't even need Lithius. We just got to get back
Yeah,
to
that's true.
his estate and talk to Lithius. Because she
So everybody
Go like
gathers,
this,
and I
I'm
can do a
like, wait a minute.
teleportation circle.
Wait a
and
minute,
I'll
we're
take
going
it.
to Lithius' mom?
gotta go to Lithius's mom's house. Or
Oh,
Lithius's.
awesome. I love the cookies. I love the cookies she served, yes.
Can
Let's
we-
go to Lithius' mom.
No.
And
Come on,
Alright,
Maleficent.
Draken, let's
okay.
get up.
The only thing we have to do
Maleficent-
is how to explain about the dragon.
Yeah, she is behind you. It says, "Don't leave me here, please." I
But
know.
I don't
I
plan
need
on leaving
to
you
inform-
here. It's just gonna be hard to explain a dragon. Can you shape shift?
Yeah, that's right. We can't fucking teleport a whole dragon into a household. Shit, I didn't think
I
about
can,
that.
if all else fails, I can polymorph you into something more manageable, and you
No, no,
can
no, no, no.
teleport with us.
it's fine.
A cat.
And she just very
Polymorph into a cat.
sheepishly kind of takes her head down and just very silently shapeshifts down into a small, sad-looking
That small, sad-looking human.
human child. Yes.
Cool, great. Now we got Aladi. Before we leave, is there a chunk of the world engine for the maze?
There is a small little piece of the core on the ground at your feet.
Cool. Krez is gonna collect it and hold on to it.
Okay, so it kind of just looks like. Okay, so this is gonna make me sound really dumb, but do you remember the anime Inuyasha? It kind of looks like that jewel, but like half broken.
Yeah.
It looks like that's what it looks like.
Cool.
No clue what that is. But
I'm
Exactly.
just gonna say
sounds cool.
core of the maze and piece of the core of the maze.
Okay,
It wasn't the core. It was a piece of.
correct.
I throw the child into my backpack. Well, you know, like writing.
What?
It's sitting inside my backpack, not like actually thrown
How much would you
inside
say
the
it
backpack.
weighs?
Why would you tell a dragon to get in your backpack?
Yeah, it seems.
No,
kind of-
no, no. It's kind of like it's.
You're like
it's
baby
a
Bjorning
suit.
a dragon.
Yeah, it's like you're carrying a freaking baby or something like that. You know, the head's out, fucking legs sticking out,
Oh,
shit like
he's
that.
a
No.
child. It doesn't need to be.
Mhm. How big is it though?
All right, gather around. I'm casting teleport circle.
Yeah, well, he's.
All you're
Alright,
doing
come
is
on,
just
kid.
What would
getting
you
a
say the
teleportation
weight?
circle, guys.
What would you
Oh,
say the weight of it?
We go to Lithius's.
Okay, so you guys take the time to cast that spell and whip out of existence there. Meanwhile,
What was the weight of that core?
like an ounce.
Ounce.
I put the gem
Usually-
in the Abyss chat.
15
as an
billion
FYI.
trillion freaking mega thousands.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like a dwarf star material key. It actually weighs 6,000 pounds.
No, yeah, it's
Cool,
like
so it
that
could be
freaking little
denser,
poop
so I
that
didn't
freaking creature from freaking Futurama poops out. You know.
I was thinking more like Superman's key to his Fortress of Solitude.
Oh yeah, yeah, I love that one.
So, real quick though, before you jump back to me or Helena,
No, we good.
let's real quick run and tell Lithius' mom, since we're there, here real quick, that Helena got teleported somewhere, and we need to try and get in contact with her through the sending stone that she. Go to.
Right. Okay, so this part's just going to be a lot of dialogue, but because I really was not fucking planning for this.
Well, we're really good at this, Nick.
I know you are. Just give me like 2 minutes. I'm going to step outside and have smoke while we do this.
Perfect.
Take your time.
Alright. I'm gonna go. Boop.
My wife's gonna leave for work in just a few minutes. I'm gonna go and see how everybody's doing up there. I'll be right back.
Okay, I've made it outside. So, Helena has stepped through the cubic gate portal into a small wooded area. You're on a hillside. It's about just before dusk. The sun is slowly setting behind you.
Do I recognize anywhere?
You don't. You take a look around. It just kind of looks all like plain forest, but maybe like half a mile down that hill, there's a small, like thatched roof cottage with smoke pluming out of her chimney.
I will sheathe my weapon and start down the hill towards the cottage.
Okay.
Um,
You get
I also put the cubic gate back in my bag.
I assume that you did that first.
Yeah, sorry.
Kind of marveled at its power and put it back.
It's just like, well, that was fucking
Uh,
cool.
I will say though that it had like 3 little hash marks on one of the faces. You notice that one of the hash marks has gone dark,
Okay.
assuming means that it has
Yep.
only 2 more charges.
2 more charges.
You already went outside and smoked?
I'm outside right now.
He's smoking now.
Oh, okay.
So you get down to the end of the hill, maybe about 150 feet away. The door opens, and a small, green-skinned man steps out the door.
Green skin?
Green-skinned man.
Uh-oh.
He, upon further inspection, is a tiefling, and he seems to be going outside gathering firewood from a small stack near the door. And he turns around and takes a look at you. Oh, we don't see many people out here. Can I help you?
I'm gonna just pop a quick divine sense just to make sure it's no good or evil or anything affected by the Hallow spell. Celestials.
You don't get
etc.
anything.
All right. She says, "Where is here exactly?"
Ooh,
I think you might have cut out.
nope, I'm muted.
Oh, okay. I was just like, I heard oof and then nothing. It's like,
He takes a seat in a little stool, handmade stool next to the door, and he pulls out a small corncob pipe and starts packing it and says, "You're a long way from civilization, that's for sure. Are you familiar with these parts?"
I have no idea where I am. I've not been to the surface very many times. I seem to have just been dropped here. And who are you?
My name's Green.
That seems very apt.
My
As
name's
you are
Travis
Green.
Green. Nice to meet you.
Travis Green. It's very nice to meet you. I'm Helena.
From the inside of the house, honey, there's somebody here? Come walking out is a human
I love that
woman.
Helena's got like and like blood. Like she's
Yeah,
just
she's got blood all over her.
Just sort of like, it's not my
Out the
blood, don't
door
worry.
steps a small gnomish woman who seems to be very pregnant.
Just give a
How
Shrek.
big tiefling did you create?
And
Kind
immediately
of just sort of like
Helena,
like
covered in
looks
blood.
at the tiefling and looks at the gnome and goes and just sort of goes,
Immediately, yeah, she takes a look at you covered in blood and she runs back inside wailing. Travis, no! No, get back in here! She's gonna slaughter you! Just
Helena
give her
holds
what
up
she wants and
both
leave!
hands. I am
She's gonna use
absolutely
both hands.
sure that I am not going to slaughter you, as you are not evil. So
Travis has not been phased this entire time. He says, I know that. Honey, she's fine. She just kind of looks back at you and says, just in need of a nice warm meal, maybe a place to stay. Right?
I would agree with that. Yes, thank you.
Good, good. We're just about to have dinner. Come on inside.
Oh,
She would feel herself being scried upon at some point.
Yeah, about now is when you start to feel that.
okay. And she would just sort of like glance up in the direction of the scry.
So familiarize
A
me.
target knows you're casting the spell. It can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed.
But can you tell where they are, or can you just see where they're at?
I can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. They must make a wisdom saving throw unless they choose to voluntarily fail it.
Okay, so she chooses to succeed to see.
To be seen. I choose to
To-
be seen.
They just fail
And
to be
then
observed.
she will just
Are there-
say, as you said, we are someplace far from civilization, but are we anywhere close to
Trees? I'm looking for trees.
Winterfell? No, it's not Winterfell. Winterhaven?
Never
What
winter.
is the name of the city?
mean
Neverwinter. Yes.
Oh no, Neverwinter's like about a month's travel north.
A month's travel north, you say?
Yeah, we're maybe just a week south of Daggerfall.
A week south of Daggerfall. Are there any trees outside? Yes, there's a woods. There's a forest.
Yeah, he looks at the wood. He looks at the window and says, "I'm gonna go get you some stew. You seem to be a little bit, let's say,
like
hungry."
I am very hungry. But I'm going to step outside for just a moment. I will be right back. And
Okay.
she's going to take off her shield and take off her weapon and set them on the floor so
Okay.
that she is like safe, and then walk outside slowly towards a tree. She said,
Okay. There's one
"This
like
is
a
a tree.
away from the
It's
door.
I don't think it looks like every other tree that I have ever seen. It is taller
Nice.
than me."
My simulacrum and I are both studying the tree.
And at
I'll
this
just
point,
sort of like walk around the tree, like "Tu, tu, 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 tu," and then just say, "I hope that was enough," and then go back inside because I am fucking hungry.
and you guys are at Lithius's parents'
Yeah.
house now.
Yeah.
And at this point, yeah, Mrs. Grom is definitely called. It's about right when you walk in the door and sit down. They set you down a bowl, and the stone starts to vibrate and beep and do its things.
And Helen will say, "In just a moment," and then pull out the sending stone and say, "Hello."
Honey, are you all right? Oh dear, they told me what happened. Oh my god, the Shadowfell's gonna be a scary place. I can't believe they sent you there. Are you all right?
And the Shadowfell is just home. It's okay, I promise. I am back out of that area, and I am staying with a very nice family.
Well, of course you're back. These
Um,
other dimensions.
I seem to be far away though, so we are just trying to figure out where exactly I am, but it is quite a distance from where you are. I'm glad to see these still work. Is
You hear
Hua calling? Is
Krez
everyone
yell in
there?
the background. Tell her we destroyed the engine thingy.
And we saved the dragon.
Yeah, they
She's with us.
they-
They're all talking, but I think they only work for the person that's holding it, right? So I
Yeah.
wouldn't actually hear the background noise.
She's
We're all
all-
telling her to say this and that.
information to you, and like every once in a while you hear something. Will you just let me talk?
Oh, make sure you tell her about the thing that blew up.
Helena's going to just sort of like glance over at the family that's in the room and just be like, I just a
Yeah.
very odd time in my life.
Yeah, that is just very fearfully looking in your direction while cooking and cleaning still. Travis is just at the table waiting politely for you to finish.
And then I'll say, all right, I'm going to assume that if you didn't get enough information about the tree, we can do this again in a bit, but I am going to eat now as I'm very hungry.
Oh,
I
honey,
can use Snaggy Lacrim's last tree transport via plants. It's his last high level spell. We could go
And just have like
at least-
everybody come and have dinner with the Travis Green.
No, Krez is gonna stay back if that's the goddamn cannon out of my backyard.
yeah, that's me. Sorry.
No, like I know we're getting close to 4th of July, but gee, days away, people are already shooting off fireworks.
I know how you feel. My big blue healer has spent the last 2 nights in my bed with me because of it.
You know, a lot of people are celebrating the freaking army birthday and stuff like that.
We need to just go back
Mm,
or shooting bottle rockets and stuff at each other.
Everybody
Oh, I
here
love
was
But if they're gonna transport, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
What
It
time
is
of day is it up
oh,
there?
group.
What time
Would
of day is it?
It is about
end of the evening, you
Back
said. Sun was
the day.
setting.
Yeah, you can see from the scry that it is just about sunset. Can
So
you
I
hear
tell
me?
everybody that I tell everybody I'm ready and that I can take us to where she's at when you guys are ready, if you want.
I'll tell them you guys go ahead. I'm gonna catch Lithia.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell Snaggy Lacrim to cast the spell on the tree in the backyard, and I'm gonna step through with him. And if anybody wants to go, they can go through, and then we'll eat dinner with them, and then I have one more 5th level slot for a teleportation circle to take us right back to Lithius's.
Snags can do, I can do. And he casts the spell. You step through the portal into this lovely cottage side, to which Travis does take note of all the people stepping out of a tree in his yard. Takes a step outside with the door open, looks back at you, Helena, and says, points at
Identical
the group
twin
friend of
goblins.
yours.
She says, with like the closest that you get to see to like a genuine smile, she says, yes, these are my friends.
Ah,
And then she'll take out, she'll reach into her haversack and just sort of dig around for a second and then pull out a small bag and like take like 3 gems out and set them on the table and just say, for your trouble, and then put the bag back.
he gems and like he already looked like really positive. He is just over the fucking moon at this point. He's like,
Each one of those random gems is worth 100 pieces according to my inventory.
it's worth how much?
100 GP each.
Yeah, that's more than he makes in a year.
Yeah, so
More than
she
he
just
makes in
handed
a
him.
lifetime by comparison.
She
Think about
she
it.
just handed him 3. Like, thank
So, yeah,
you for your
thanks.
help.
He's like, honey, you know that other deer that we've been saving that we got cured? Go start cooking it. He's like, honey, that's supposed to last just. And then she spots the gems on the table. Yes, Sonny. I'll get it ready right now. Do you guys want some good ale too? We got a vineyard down the way. We make some really good wine if you'd like some.
Kids
I'm
have
good, but the rest of them might be interested, yes.
get the kids out of
Snags
slavery.
hasn't gone inside yet, and he's just out there smoking, puffing away. He's relaxed now that he's finally out of the dragon lair, out of the lava area, and now has recovered Helena enough that he's relaxing.
Yeah, so we're just vibing with the greens, and I think at some point she'd probably like pull out the book and start reading. Like, after
Give me
dinner.
Yeah,
seconds
so or
back.
she's roasting up deer and cooking other things, little pastries and things. It's a party at the Green's house right now.
Oh yeah.
She introduces herself later with a traditional gnomish name. Her name is Thummy.
Dummy, aw.
That's cute.
Thummy
And put a
Green.
tummy green and give a quick little
Maybe
like
because she has no teeth.
bless.
No, she has
Oh.
teeth for sure. She's got some real teeth. So yeah, you guys spend a night getting down in the country with the Greens.
All right.
You
I'm gonna
there that
say
whole night?
4 hours worth of reading.
Okay. To which in that time, Travis is like, "What's that big book you're reading? Can I read it?"
No, I'm afraid you can't, but possibly when I'm finished with it, I will leave it with you.
But you know what they tell you: the greatest gift that you could give to somebody is knowledge.
I would agree with that, but I am not very bright, so I leave that to the smart people. I am more for hitting things that deserve to be hit.
Yeah, I guess I can get behind that. Sometimes we feel like people need to be taught a lesson, right? Us that needs to be taught the lessons. And he
I
looked at
find
he somehow has gotten Snags's smoking apparatus.
it is like puffing up with snags now.
Is
Yeah.
pretty hurt. So is his simulacrum. It's like very melted all over the place. It's obviously very damaged, and it is just standing there silently. But
The
Snags is
snag-
probably hurt more than he's ever been hurt. He's down to what is he at?
I
48
don't
from
know.
129. So he's just taking a breather. He's got burn marks all over him.
I don't
Helena
know
will
why.
probably just wander over and set a hand on top of his head and just be like, "You did very well," and drop a good 50 healing word or like a lay on hands.
Nice.
Dude,
Thank you.
These
Are you
two
there?
country folk, they are like amazed at just the little bit of magic they've already seen you do.
They've never met like a paladin like me before.
Is she already
Sure.
back with the group?
I'm at the thing that everybody came to,
Did you?
and
Yeah.
then
Did
we're
you go
just.
get her, or did you go with like? Did you stay in Neverwinter or what?
Did you stay in
Where you're at.
Neverwinter, Habs?
I'm asking. Okay, when we went back to the Vicious mom's house,
Correct.
is Helena already there?
No.
No.
He
No.
Oh,
scribed
okay.
to see where she was at from the Grom residence, and when they found where she was at, they just teleported to her with the spell transport via plans.
Okay. Just I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, all right. Thank you.
And that was my other question: did you go with them, or did you stay in Neverwinter? It is your choice, Hab.
Oh yeah, I went with them trying to figure out what. Plus, I got the kid with me. All right, so I'm like, hey,
shit. Right.
you vile creature, eat some muffins.
To which, yeah,
Looks skinny.
Maleficent jumps out of your bag as soon as you get to the portal. Everything else is going on, really busy. Finally, he squeezes through, or she squeezes through the crowd and gets like maybe 5 feet away from Helena. Mom?
I'm. She just is like, "Still not your mother, but I will take care of you." And like lifts her up, sort of sits her on the chair, and then I will cast a 4th level aura of. No, sorry. It is a what is this? 3rd level aura of vitality. So for while everybody just starts regaining 2d6 hit points if they're down. That's around me.
Nice.
And so I think it lasts for like, I don't know, a while.
Yulin is
A
like, so
while.
I asked Yulin, right? So at what time do we kill this vile creature?
Dylan looks at Adam and the day you want to lose your head.
I don't understand. What day is
I'm
that?
gonna,
I told you. The day you want to die. The day that we
So we're
kill that
not going to
vile
kill
creature.
it.
No, we're not.
Why
I'm
not?
I'm
It
gonna
is a
just sort of
dragon.
like adding like the traditional Shidokai braids to the dragon's hair. Like while they eat.
I'm just pissing off Olin for the fun of it. Right?
It's always a good idea to piss off a 7-foot half orc.
Yeah. All right. So we're not going to kill it. Not now, right? But later,
Which-
right?
These country folk have heard what you said so far, and they're just like very like off
Well, I
put.
can
Right.
imagine the country folks are probably looking. You know, I imagine the country folks are looking at the fact that this is a child in their eyes, and I'm talking about killing it. And
That
they're
is
like, what the
exactly what
fuck's...
I meant.
Yeah. They're like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, that's when Travis stands up. He's not smiling anymore. He's mad. And he goes right up to Hab, and he gets right in his chest because he's not that tall. And he says, "You listen here, buddy. You may have all
Oh,
this,
is he?
and you may be pretty talented, and you may be stronger than me, but that's a fucking child. All right?
Back up.
Nope.
You're talking into my package.
Hey, all right,
How
sorry.
tall is he? How tall is he,
he's not-
actually? Huh?
He's not very tall. He's like 5'8".
Okay, so he's near my package, right? I'm trying to pull him away like, hey.
Now, and he's speaking to everybody. If you're going to openly sit and debate on killing a child in my house, my hospitality is ended, and I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Ulin says to the guy, it's not.
I'm not going to kill it. I'm just kind of confused right now. Right?
Ulin
So-
Helena- Just like,
I need to figure out something. Because you guys have let something, you guys kind of left something out of the story. So, those shadow things that left the dragons.
Hab. We're
I'm
not in
asking
the
this.
presence of people we can talk like this around. Shut up, eat, and don't piss people off.
No, I am going to piss off people. Because that's
Dude, you're about to get knocked the fuck out because you don't understand. This is a fucking family house. You don't need to start shit that is party related in presence of other people, you dumb
God.
fuck. Shut the fuck up.
God. All right, I'm taking my
Helena
tobacco
stands
gun.
up and grabs them both by the ear and walks them both outside.
What? Well, no, I didn't do nothing.
You did. You can't stop
I
spewing
did
our
not do
party
nothing.
business to other people because you're dumb as fuck.
Yeah, no, you know what? Right? You and me outside in the barn.
Let's go. I've been
There's no-
waiting. You can't ever stop
There's
being
no barn?
a dumbass when we don't need you to be a dumbass. Sit and be quiet, man. Enjoy family time. You want to start
Wait a
shit.
minute, they have no barn?
No.
No, we gotta build one then.
So, in the midst of all of this, Maleficent has come up to Helena, kind of like a very innocent child would, just kind of like tug on your sleeve, whispers for you, or kind of motions for you to come in closest to whisper, and
Bends
just says,
down.
"Can I just show him?"
I think it's best that you not, but I will explain once the boys are outside. Getting their energy worked out however you need to, and then she'll
I
go
can
back
see
inside
her-
and close the door and
Yeah.
go back to the dinner table and just sort
See
of
what you did,
take
Hap?
out
You
another
made me
gem.
lose dinner for
She's
your own
gonna
stupidity.
take out another gem and set it on the table and just be like, I'm so sorry about them. No one is killing any children.
I can see her being half our size, holding our ears as we're
Basically.
flapping hands at each
That is
other.
exactly what happened.
Just like out you go.
Ulin's
It's
what?
like a
Tosses
Snags,
you guys-
hands and he turns.
Snags walks over to the lady of the house and asks if he can use their kitchen to make them a dessert.
Absolutely.
Okay, so him and Snagulacrum will go in and start like cleaning water, shaping water into icy stuff, and making good berries, and make a good berry, really nice good berry yogurt type thing, like he's done before. And he'll bring people out a dessert.
Ulin flat out just. I lost dinner.
They just start slap fighting.
We're outside, dude. We're outside, dude. Chill out.
No, it's your fault that I don't get to eat. Have it in there. Shit that you talked about in front of people. You're a dick.
No, oh
Couldn't wait
my
till we were
God,
back
you're gonna
in the
miss out on the
fucking
strut. You're gonna miss
States.
out on
Nah.
the strudels.
Gotta be a dick and talk about shit that doesn't now. Mad now.
Just like,
Fuck away, you asshole.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
I
I don't even get. Or ale. You piece of shit.
So
wait,
you
wait. Hey, hold on 1 second. I pull out 2 bottles of wine, right, and
Fuck away from me. I don't want you.
my good tobacco, right.
Did anybody get any chunks of dragon meat?
No, 'cause of
no.
we didn't kill any of them, so we didn't get. I mean, he got 3 inches of dragon tail.
Well,
Yeah, you
that
can't do shit with
initial
that.
crit that he did said cut a huge chunk off.
no,
It
no,
never
no,
fell off. It didn't fall off the creature. It just still hung
No,
on
it
the
did.
Sliced
creature.
it. Okay.
Nobody picked it up though. No.
we picked it up though.
So Krez
Oh,
is
so it did
extremely
come off?
mad, but Krez isn't there for it.
Chris is just
Oh,
being mad
man.
someplace else, and I was mad.
So you guys are Ulin and Hab are like half wrestling, half arguing outside.
Not wrestling. I'm wrestling a bottle of wine. Fuck
No,
that.
I kicked him in and walked away.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Outing outside now.
Yeah, Ulin's pissed because he ate that food, but he ain't getting.
Yeah.
Inside. You
Keep
can go
your
back
goddamn mouth
inside.
shut.
So and Snags and Snagulacrum are inside using the kitchen to
Make desserts for everybody.
make desserts. Yes. Okay. So you're crazy at work using a lot of Underdark techniques that Mrs. Green is very closely watching you do. She's like, oh man, I would have never thought to do that. Oh. Taking notes.
Helena is like sneaking a potion of healing someplace into their house so that like when she has the baby, because she's like very worried about Gnome having a baby of someone who's 5'8". She's just like,
We'll say-
"You put this here for just in case.
Put it in a medicine
sleepers."
cabinet.
and as you put it,
Basically,
as you put it down and turn around, Travis is behind you and says, all right, they're outside. All the ruckus is over. You guys are going to tell me what the fuck's going on.
well, we stopped the end of the world. We fought a few dragons, and one of them is with us right now as a small child. There's a bit of anger towards it because they thought that it killed one of their friends, but it was not this one, so that is why they are outside slapping each other like children.
So you're telling me this is a dragon? This
If-
and grabs the child's face. This thing.
And she's just like, sticks out her tongue like blip.
Yeah.
It's like grabbing the child's face like an Italian grandmother.
There are things in this world that are beyond my comprehension and most likely beyond yours. You can question it or you can just accept it. I find acceptance is easier.
Or I'll tell you
Be
what.
careful.
I'll tell you what. You're already kind of making my dreams by giving me just this meager amount of gems of what you consider as a pittance. Why don't you make one of my wife's dreams come true? And I'll believe you.
Truffles.
I'm not magical.
Huh?
I can show you the world.
I find that hard to believe.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Essentially, the only thing I ask is if this is really a dragon,
Prove it.
give my little thummy a ride of her life.
Do you want to fly on the dragon?
Hello. Give me
You're
that.
flying a dragon.
Or would you want to fly on a bat, or a griffin, or a Pegasus?
No.
She's talked to me about it in her dreams, flying with a majestic silver dragon.
Who is
It's
she?
not silver.
I feel like it'll be just the same.
Is it? He's talking about his wife?
The
Oh.
pregnant one.
A pregnant woman flying a dragon. Oh, I don't see
Helena
that.
will look at Maleficent and be like, it is up to you, little one. You have free will.
I don't mind.
Can you be safe? This is very important.
It's gonna be
If you tell
gentle.
me to be safe, I'll be safe.
Okay. I think I will also be very nearby on the line just in case.
I got Featherfall, so I'll be
All
watching.
right.
Gonna give her a parachute.
Why don't we do this after dinner so that you can do it by moonlight and keep it a little quiet so that there's a dragon
Yeah,
about
don't
in the
scare the-
countryside?
Okay.
Yeah, don't scare the
so,
villagers and shit.
so he goes and gathers his wife, tells her what's going to happen, like in her ear, and she gets all excited. She grabs like one side of the pot, tells him to help, and they both carry this big pot of stew outside. They start dishing out bowls to everyone.
Even to the people who were slap fighting each other.
Yeah, she gives the bowl to Ulin, and she's just like, "You mind your manners, but here you go."
It's not my fault. I was just trying to stop him from being a dick. I'm sorry.
He has problems,
high-pitched
man.
voice.
Mental problems.
You got mental problems. You shut up over there.
She's like, "You remind me when I was 300 again."
He's special. He's special. We got to be nice to the special people.
So you guys sit and
Nick,
eat this
one
food,
more remark. I'm gonna shove my sword down your throat there.
and it is possibly the best stew you've had ever.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it.
It's very simple, but it's still wonderful. And you eat that,
Yeah,
and very giddily, Mrs. Green approaches Maleficent and says, "So, is it time? Is it time? It's dark." Because at this point, yeah, you guys have been eating by firelight. And Maleficent goes running off onto a hill, and like at the decline of the hill, jumps, transforms midair, and silently glides over the night sky, wheels back around, and lands as softly as they can, scoops up Mrs. Green, and takes off gently into the night.
Love
Do
that
you
for
go-
her.
Luna?
I go up. Yep.
Yeah, so she's having the time of her life. Like, she's having so many mixed emotions. She's laughing, she's crying, she's
Laugh
excited.
farting.
Yeah, she's laugh farting.
Hap Waters is thumbing his sword, going.
And about like 45 minutes later, you guys return. And she's very thankful. Both of them are. And they say, "I know that this can't last forever, but I think we'll remember you guys for the rest of our lives."
Weirdest guest in the world.
But hear
Melted
me out.
Snaggy Lacrum waves his hand in a very weak, retarded way.
Above
His arm falls off. Boop. Oh
It's
shit!
pretty melted.
Big wave, it just goes flying across the room.
There's no way to like heal that, right? Like it's
I can
just
fix it. It just costs money. It costs 100 gold per hit point.
Oh,
So it's going to cost like 4,000 gold.
Oh, whoa! I don't got that. Okay, my bad.
No,
How
I'm
about
just
the
going to let
kid?
him go out. I got enough rubies for another one, so I'll wait until we're next level and then I'll do it again.
So I'm assuming you guys stay the night here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll pop
will.
I'll pop my tower.
But hear me out. What would be the harm? Above table, by the way. What would be the harm in leaving?
She's a dragon.
Somebody smarter than Jose, please.
No, I'm saying she is a dragon. Even in that small shape, she's still gonna eat the equivalent of a dragon.
we're missing the bigger picture. Bigger picture. Dragon with definitely can't in Neverwinter.
And they can't afford to feed it.
Countryside in a small shack far from city. Eat all the things.
Oh, are in the wild. Wait a minute, I'm okay. All right. Okay.
Can I interject a little bit?
Yeah.
You have other allies on the surface. Don't forget Gauntlgrim.
There's fuck Gauntlegrim. Keep their dragon.
Or no, not Gauntlgrim. I'm thinking of
The
fucking-
dwarves,
Yeah, the
where
dwarves.
the princess lives.
I mean, that's an
It's
option.
first-
But
That was one of my thoughts, but
I'm just.
I do know. I do know one place we can send him to, but it's not exactly the nicest places in the world.
No, that's okay. The reason.
I mean, you know, he will be trained, right,
See.
and be ridden.
no.
Oh, okay, so
my thought
Yeah,
process here, right? Not a bad place. Good people. Directly, like, not gonna be able. The
Right back. I'm gonna go put a
dwarves-
pizza in the oven.
have an ulterior.
okay, I have one question. Just one question, right? Can she keep that form for that long?
Capable.
But we need to ask her that. I mean, God for sakes, they decide to send her to school and she just freaking dragons out in the freaking middle of a freaking recess.
They're gonna 100. I don't think so. Thought process. Having a that dragon never has to grow up being used by anyone. Their own personal. That thought. Because you get dwarves. I'm sorry.
No,
Dwarves tend to be-
we're not getting into the dwarves. I'm completely against that. Yes, I have plans to make political gain by the dwarves, but no, I don't like the fact that a dragon's been slaved out. No, I can't agree with that either. Right? Much as I like to freaking get my revenge on all these dragon kinds or whoever was involved with Simon the Simple's killer. No, I cannot abide by this dragon being slaved out by the dwarves. No. So I'm not a monster.
Can we make it so that we can get back here very easily?
Okay, so I was right. Gauntlgrim is the surface dwarf place. Gracklestew is the one that got fucked up. Fuck them all.
I'm just. Oh. There's in groups of people, right? We. Hey, here. It's gonna get to nobility side, and then it's gonna be used to flaunt power, which will then corrupt the dragon's. Does it master? Does it controlled? And it'll eventually another one that just because it can. Whereas here, it won't be used political power. It won't be used as somebody's thing or as somebody's personal. Bad idea.
I have
And
one
it's
thing
far
to
from evil.
I have one question to pose to you. All right. Now you're talking about socialism, right? The fact is, it
Socialism
growing in
doesn't
a better,
exist.
it growing up in a better environment, right, than other dragons. Okay, so you have to make sure, and I'm looking at Helena, You have to make sure it does not
Helena
kill
just holds up a
humans.
hand and says, "This is all very well and good, but I think we should probably ask the dragon what they want."
Yes, the dragon will have to agree to it. The parents will have to agree to it, right? And we have to make that dragon take an oath that it will not kill for pleasure.
Yeah, no, oath by an oath. It's not a paladin.
It has to take an oath.
No,
It
it
has to
doesn't.
make a promise. It has to make a promise. It has to make a promise it's not going to eat the freaking livestock or the people around.
No.
We are pretty isolated out here. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, but dragons can fly long
But that's not-
distances. Ah.
The point of you just hire nature. Pride better than this.
How is that gonna? Okay, right. Obviously, you're completely confused with what I'm asking, right? So I just turn around. I'm like, listen, you guys do what you want, right? I'll even contribute gold to the family, right, to raise the youngling, right, and keep it away from large populations, and keep it here on the farm. I have no problem with that.
You understand that this young dragon, right, isn't gonna become an adult till you're long dead and gone, right?
That's not true.
When does the dragon become an adult?
Right now, and it forms into an adult. Kind of looks like Travis.
No, no,
No.
doesn't
How-
form into an
how
adult right
quickly
now.
Dragons age.
Yeah, dragons take forever to freaking become an adult.
They age about as quickly as I do.
Yeah. It's not like it's dropping its balls right now. Oh, it's a female dragon. Okay. Hey, hey,
To become an
I get the
adult,
family.
somewhere
I
between
quickly
100
take out 1,000 gold. I put it down
It's
here.
old. No decision. Again, Helena. I've got to talk to Maleficent. Decision.
Oh my God. Okay. So stop
Breathe.
talking. I put it in my pocket. Helena, do what you do. Oh man,
Helena just sort of like looks at them and is like, "Do I need to take you both back outside?"
We're going back into a slap fight. We're going outside. We're going
already
outside. Slap fight right now. Slap fight right now.
Stop slap fighting. I'm just stab you because you don't even get checking your own stupidity. Breathe for a moment. Talk.
Oh man.
You talk to a rational instead of a thing past his own toes.
Oh. All right.
As you see a
Already
massive
lost his
cloud of
thought.
smoke coming out of Snags' fortress.
It's not
There's
a
some
bad
adults
idea,
in
Helena.
here.
But if you we'll go that.
I think I've had Maleficent back for maybe 6 hours. Perhaps I have a little bit more time to think before we make any major decisions. Let's sleep, heal up, have some breakfast, stop thinking about this, and then, figure out
take
the
a long
way to
rest?
keep. Please.
Did we take a
And
long
then,
rest?
Oh yeah.
Before
This
that,
goes off into the night until you guys finally get tired and crash.
can we go back to Krez?
Yeah. During all of this is what Krez was doing. Krez, you are at Lithius Grom's parents' house, the Grom mansion.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Finding Lithius.
Okay, so you ask one of the Grom parents, and they give him a call. Okay, we'll send him up. He's up in his tower.
I'm going there.
Okay, you fly up there. And you walk in. Lithius is. What do you think Lithius is working on when he's not doing the political right now, Phil?
It's late at night, or is it early in the morning?
It's late at night now, or it's like
Late-
it's still like dusk. Like he's just gotten out of the office.
He has been trying to limit his like when he works, like works. He tries to keep working for morning through about dinner time, and then he is just vegging out, letting his mind refresh, so he doesn't do anything strenuous late at night.
Okay,
unless
so
he's-
as of right now, he's probably just after the dinner part.
he's probably cleaning up from the day's work.
Okay. So you get up there, Krez, and Lithius has a broom in his hand. He's sweeping up a little bit.
Is it like, do you have a window, or is it just an open like window?
It's like a
I mean, he flies, so there's
it's like a
probably
balcony with no
landing
ledges.
area.
Cool. So
Yeah.
if this balcony has a door,
It is open.
then yes,
Hey, baby, come on in.
I've got the greatest thing ever to give you.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Yeah. Check this engine maze out.
So you show him the broken maze core thing?
Yes. But
Okay.
I don't know I know it's a maze engine, but like
Sure.
look at this thing.
Hey, let me look at it. He'll look at it. He'll do like detect magic and stuff and try and suss out what it is.
So with the detect magic, you can tell that this used to be like there's only remnants now, but this used to be the container for some like almost omnipotent kind of magic.
Is there anything that he can learn from it? Does he have anything that allows him to study schematics of things?
I mean, you give me a history check, because Lithius is probably pretty proficient in history. I don't have a sheet right in front of me.
Yeah. It's like,
Do you?
I'm getting it out.
Holy shit!
One
I
sec.
do have investigation.
Get a sweet time.
That can help.
You're not even there.
You said a history check?
Yeah.
You only got a +6. Oh, it was a 19, and then it switched over to a 3.
That sucks.
He
So
can- he
you
can study it
remember
for a long
reading?
time though.
What's that?
You can study it for a long time because I'm
Yeah, at first glance, you remember maybe something about device that was called the Maze Engine. You don't remember what it does. You just remember it was in a really old book.
All right, well, I'll definitely study it if he thinks it's important enough to bring it all the way to him.
you gotta understand. Ported to somewhere, teleported to Dragon. Like I think it dropped a staff on the ground. Pretty sure.
Really? It's pretty intense.
But I
Yeah, I'll
think
look into it. Well, sure, there's plenty smart enough to look at it, but I will do you that solid, and I will investigate it, and I will get back to you as soon as I can on it.
How'd you get back to me? Out of here. Just wanted to give you something cool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's like, we're friends. This is your shiny rock.
Yeah. I don't care to know. Well, there you go.
He's pebbling like a penguin.
If
you
he can't
find-
do anything with it, then he'll make jewelry out of it. He'll make it.
whatever you need.
Sure.
So you could give me
It'll
give me
take
one
time.
more check. We'll make it Arcana as Lithius.
Wait, yeah, 27.
So you can tell with the latent energy in this and the way that it is crafted, this might make, in some way, shape, or form, a perfect conduit, like an energy conduit, like almost like a battery, for the giant Warforged thing that you've been working on that's been sitting in your shop since you built it.
That's badass. Yeah, Yeah, now he's starting to get excited. Now he's starting to get tools out and he's going to start working on stuff.
You realize this maybe like 4 or
This
5
may be what
hours
I was
after.
missing. Yeah. That's badass.
Yeah, at that point, Krez is like not only elbows deep in an ale bin or ale barrel, he's also balls deep in another woman.
Sounds about right. Of course, in the
Nobody
morning when I
liked
wake
that.
up, I'll head back to.
Jeff will remember that.
How much gold do I need to subtract for that ale barrel? And no,
So they're gonna charge you. They're gonna charge you 800.
800 gold.
It's a premium.
It's made out of
associate.
gold.
Where are you
I
getting
offer
this
them
freaking ale
400.
thing?
She got a platinum pussy. That's what she's saying right there, man.
Oh my
That's exactly what
god,
I'm saying. That
no.
she is just like a 10 out of 10.
10 out
Is
of
that
10 still only
Harlem,
100 gold.
Harlem
Get
Nights?
the hell out of here.
Is that
I'm just
Harlem
kidding.
Krez
Nights?
may be
Right,
dumb,
when
but
she
he's not
has.
that dumb.
Yeah, when she
Uh,
throws out the 800, you even laugh it off. She's like, "All right, it's fucking 100."
Okay.
She even breaks like the good like tone in her voice that she had in the gravelly. Yeah, it'll be 100.
I'll give her 110.
All right, let's
Whoops.
do this shit.
Okay,
And
I
that goes
stepped
on
out
through the
for a
night.
second. Just
What's going on?
No, I'm just saying I stepped out for 1 second and come back to this.
Yeah, you missed all the good stuff.
Platinum pussy is what he comes back to.
And Harlem Nights, right? When they said that girl had B that shined, right? You could throw it up in the sun in the sky and it shine like the sun.
Yeah, that's what he's
Right?
getting.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
All right, so flash forward to the next morning. The rest of the crew wakes up with a very subtle sunrise cresting over the hill on this nice little cottage. You all have a nice little breakfast with coffee and sweet toast that Mrs. Green has made, talking about the future and plans that they have with the gold or with the gems that you just can give it or you just gave them, how you've changed their life pretty much.
Nice.
And meanwhile, Krez is waking up in the brothel.
Ah,
I'm
no.
assuming he's in the barrel.
he's broke, been stripped of everything. All his magic items are gone.
No.
They ain't dumb enough to fuck with me that hard.
Nah, you
Besides,
just
repeat
woke up in the
customer.
barrel.
I come back all the time.
Yeah, she remembers you. Every time she sees you, like you can hear her from like down the street yelling, "Ladies, get yourself ready. Take that strength potion. Krez is walking down the street."
Woohoo! Yeah. I only imagine myself, Krez, as Master Roshi as he walks in. Oh, ladies!
For
all
110%.
right.
Immediate nosebleed.
Fit.
So yeah, it takes you some time. You guys recoup back at like Lithius's house or something.
Back at Lithium. The dragon.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna do there? Anything
We're
else?
just going there to recover the lost comrade. We still gotta.
Hannah
look
will read for like, I don't know, 4 hours until the time to go, and she'll look at Maleficent and say, "Do you want to stay here or do you want to come with us?"
Stay here?
It's an option for you. It's quiet. They seem like good people. Keep you out of
And-
trouble, keep you out of harm.
And they both kind of smile and they say, "Well, yeah, well, we can take care of you the best that we can. I mean,
I will leave you the stones so that you can contact me anytime if you need to.
oh well. Thank you.
You don't
I
have to
know-
make a decision right now. We can always
I
come back.
remember when I was an egg, what they had planned for me back in Grackle Stew.
It was unacceptable.
Yeah, but at least maybe I can be different now.
I think that is possible. I think anything can be different if they try to do what is right. Do you
And they
want to
turn-
try and do what's right? Or do you
I think I do.
And would you allow me to make a simulacrum out of you?
Of me?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that word means, but
And I point at my half melted little dude next to me.
you want to
I would
turn me
make
into
an
a
exact-
goblin?
No, I would make an
Burnt out
exact
Gumby.
duplicate of you in your human form. And then you'd be able to
Okay,
turn into
Gumby.
your dragon form.
and no one would have the question of whether or not.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
All
This
right.
way I
Okay.
can-
I'll do it
this
while
way-
you sleep.
Okay. I'm going to sleep right now and falls asleep.
Excellent.
Yes.
He pulls out his bag of rubies
Just
with a
knocks
smile on his
himself out
face.
on the table, fucking passes out.
And he starts making a simulacrum out of a red dragon.
Oh,
All right. She is going to give the family the sending stone. And so when they get back to Lithius's parents' place, she's going to ask for Lithius's mom's sending stone and then get another set for them again. So she will have 2.
Okay. Yeah, so you give each other your copies and all this. Make your How long does it take to make a simulacrum? Like an hour,
Takes a
doesn't
while.
it?
Takes a while. 12 hours.
So we're just chilling. So
Dear
if it
God.
takes 12 hours to make a simulacrum, Helena's
Yep.
going to use that time to read the book. So that'll
Okay.
be a total of 16 hours reading that day.
Okay, so then I guess I gotta ask, Krez, you're still in Neverwinter. They've yet to return.
Still.
I can
Oh,
read that
Jesus
one. I'll be
Christ.
right back.
Then I would ask her real quick.
And
We
that
check
after-
in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that when you went there to go get the stones, yeah, Krez, you saw her there. Yeah, like Helena, like as you're sitting there waiting for them all to come back, you see Helena come in alone.
Because while they're doing that, I go back, I guess, because the simulacrum can cast forced walk while you're making the
Transport by
simulacrum.
implant.
Yeah, that thing.
Akram can. Pretty good.
Because if I remember right, I believe that you could give a simulacrum commands. And if that command were to be with the way that I've instructed you to transport this person, transport them there and back at their request. Yeah, this is it obeys your spoken commands, moving and acting in accordance with your wishes and acting on your turn in combat. So yeah, I would rule that if he were to give the command, go with Helena, take her where she wants to go, however way you can.
That's what Snag does.
Yeah, it's up to Snags, but
Okay. So there's a
Because like otherwise, I could just have Lithius' mom message Dana. Hey, you guys, or am I just?
you can play. It's up to you.
Cool. Well, then while they're all doing that, got a shop right.
oh, you going shopping?
Going shopping.
You got that.
Okay, so what are you looking for?
Healing potions.
Okay, yeah, you're easily able to find a shop that sells healing potions.
I'm looking for base level one but either the second or third tier.
So this one in particular, they have the second and third tier ones. She has 3 third tier ones.
Okay.
Those are
And how much do they cost?
I think it's 500, but I can't remember off the top of my head. It's gonna be for the second level ones to be 150. And the superior are going to be about 1,500.
Each or total?
One each.
that sounds about right.
Okay, so they're 110 for the second tier one. For the other,
150.
150. How many of the second tier ones do they have?
She has like 20 of them.
Okay. I'll take.
What do you need? How many do you want?
All right, so I will buy 8.
Okay.
15. Ask if she.
I mean, I collect cool stuff. Do you got anything cool? I could throw maybe a couple hundred off.
I've got a +1
You have a what?
+1 flail.
Looks around. She goes, where are we at right now? Like,
700. My total out of pocket.
I'm knocking down to 23. Yeah, we'll call it as a trade. So the flail, 2,300. We'll call it square.
What else you got in here? Out of curiosity, you have a ring of fire.
I don't have any of those, but I got this potion of fire resistance.
What are you charging for that?
That one's pretty pricey. It's kind of a specialist potion. I'm gonna run that at 1,500.
1,500. What would you give me for a +2 greatsword?
Like for a straight trade?
Yeah, well, like if I already sell you this for the gold, what would you give me?
I'll give you this potion for that sword.
Done.
And yeah, trades. It gives you a handshake, hands you the potion.
Okay, so I give him a +2 great potion and the potion of fire protection.
Correct. And you're giving them the flail too, right?
Yes, the flail as well.
All right, yeah. Pleasure doing business with you. It's not often that I take arms, but at least I'm gonna get some money out of this.
Hey, you got what you needed. I got. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I needed to hear, baby.
It's a potion of.
Yes.
At the end of the day, Helena's going to give Child Maleficent one of the platinum rings.
And I got.
What's this for?
Just in case.
Okay. She takes off her shoe or her little sandal and she slips it on her toe.
That
Okay.
works.
Is a platinum ring magical or something?
It's for a
You have
spell.
Yeah. Right now, Krez has one. I think Ulin has one. Snags has one. Hab has one, and now Maleficent. That's 5. That's all the ones that she
Lithia.
had.
You gave one to
Lithius
Lithia,
has one. Yeah, that's right.
not Snags.
What did you do
So-
again?
It's something that she can do. I haven't had to use it yet. So she is down to 0 platinum rings, but she needs to get another one.
So after all my shopping, I'll house.
Set on my inventory list. Then.
Which that is an event of itself. Watching Mr. and Mrs. Grom doing their day-to-day things. Most of the day, Mrs. Grom spends her days baking and cooking and tinkering on other things that she has working. A lot of the projects that she's working on is automating things in her kitchen. And Mr. Grom Lucius is enjoying being a cat person.
Helena's going to make a request
Sure.
and say we've been through quite a bit over the last week. We are about to go up against something that is very big. Can we have 2 more days of rest before we return to the fight?
Well,
Back
hell, take his.
And she'll do it over the stone, so that you're in on it too.
Oh wow, you guys know another tiefling.
Yes, he's like a brother. He's very disappointed about that, but
Like his shorts.
so yeah,
Well-
if we can take 2 more days, she's gonna spend the last 20 hours and finish the book.
Well, tell you what. Tomorrow, me and the miss, we're about to set out for Daggerfall. I'm gonna go kind of see what we can get for these gems and maybe buy a couple oxen. Because we're gonna expand the field a little bit. We're gonna invest this money.
If you need more, let me know.
Oh no! You've given us
Um,
more than we ever will need.
Could I interject here in DM?
Sure.
Okay. I give them I write a letter up. Right. I give them to the give it to them, right? And I tell them it's like, don't take it to the local gem dealer, right? Take it to Jonathan LeBaron, right? Present this letter at the vineyard. Right, he'll immediately come and assess the gems and give you top value for it. Right. We've actually had several steers come in from a refugee camp. Right. It would be no problem for him to steer that and several other supplies that you need, right? Without spending not even like a quarter of what you're planning to get as far as those gems go.
Well,
right?
well,
I give him the letter, right? And it's like, Dragon Ford is where I came from. And so those are my people.
Did you say
Well, think-
Dragon Ford?
I don't know where
Yeah,
Dragonford is.
Dagger Ford.
Daggerfall?
No, you said Dagger Ford, right?
Nope, Daggerfall.
Okay. Dageer Ford. Ford.
It's where you're from. They're in Daggerfall.
Nope, I'm dumb. I've been pronouncing it wrong. Jose's right. It is Daggerford.
Gotcha.
Fuck!
Awesome.
I was like,
Yeah.
but hey, he's making.
No,
We're
No,
doing
no,
it.
no, no. See,
I just
right? My characters took over the other side of the freaking river, right? And that's where we put up the vineyard and crap like that. We're in the whole freaking damn all my characters are basically growing agriculture, food, freaking damn wine, tobacco, crap, basically all the vices. And there's
sounds
a
like someone
casino
that's
there.
starting their own cult would say.
Yeah, it's in Las Vegas, man. It's basically Las Vegas.
Fuck
Um,
Las Vegas.
Yeah, you could buy fucking food and drink for cheap.
After going to Vegas, I never want to go again. So yeah, they tell you that it'd take them about 2 days to get there and back. So if you guys want to stay and watch the house, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I tell them like, hey, let them know I'm still alive. By the way, but don't exactly let them know where I'm at. right
As
now.
they're taking off, Travis just gives you like a thumbs up.
It's like, yeah, tell them I'm alive, but don't tell them where I'm at right now.
Okay.
I look at the other characters like, hey, this is the longest vacation I've had in years. All right.
No, not Gumby.
And then, Nick, to answer your question that I had to look up, it's both, not or, it's and.
Yeah, I know.
So-
They changed it so many times. It was Dagger Ford, then Dagger Forge, then they changed it again when they did the video game.
Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Elder Scrolls Daggerfall.
Yeah. They changed it like freaking 4 times and shit.
That is exactly what I'm thinking of.
You actually go to like the 2E modules and a completely different name.
Okay. So it takes you 12 hours to build this simulacrum. Snags.
Yes.
At the end of this time, it is just uncanny how crazily similar they look.
He's just got his fingers steepled together and he's just got this look in his eye like and then he looks around to see if anybody saw that and then he schools his face.
That's adorable.
And then yeah, I'll just keep I added a young red dragon, is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, and it will be at half its hit points.
Sweet.
Very nice.
And yeah, 2 days goes by pretty peacefully. For the first time in a while, it's crazy for you guys to sit and relax again. It's starting to bring memories to a couple of you guys' memories of when you all first went to Neverwinter and how magical of a time that was. Just throwing your cares away for just a minute and just appreciate the world for what it is. But then it
Chop some wood.
slowly it starts to creep back into your head of this place is beautiful. It's up to us to save it.
Yep.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's what she
I
was.
take off all my bloody armor and start going and chop some wood for them for the winter and shit.
All right,
All right,
make
just
me
get out there and freaking do like basic chores.
okay, make me an athletics check then.
What? Athletics check.
See just how fast and efficiently you do this.
Oh, athletics. Okay. Bingo. I can't see it. Okay, 10.
You roll a natural 1.
That's amazing.
Oh, I did. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I didn't see that. My bad.
All right, Ab, this is what's gonna
Alright.
happen.
And I haven't been behind a axe in a while, man.
So you go to
Just
fell a
make sure the
tree.
kids are not near me.
You go to fell a tree. You have the axe that Travis has already there. It was sitting next to the wood pile. You thought, that'll be fine. It's been sitting here. It's probably what he always uses. You take one swing with it. You miss with the head of the axe totally, and you hit like the trunk of this tree with just like under the head of the axe, like just the end of the handle. It rings your hand something fierce and breaks the axe in the process. That axe head goes sailing into the woods.
Damn it. All right, I'm looking around to see whether or not anybody actually saw this. Right, and I go
Or
find
laughing
the
his
axe
ass
head.
off.
Well, I'm pretty sure Helena noticed that you did it if she's outside doing
Oh,
anything. Because
God.
She's just reading. She just sort of snickers and then just goes back to what she was doing.
Ulin's
And
definitely
now I
not
feel like Iron Man in that scene in Marvel when they're like, "Don't touch my wood. This is my wood." So I go find a bloody freaking axe head, and I guess I'm gonna spend my time actually making a fucking new handle for it.
okay,
That I could do. I can roll survival on that, right, to make a new freaking axe handle, right?
Yeah,
Should
I'll say
roll.
that you can roll survival.
Yeah, I wrote a 22. I made a freaking new axe handle for that.
Yep. It takes you
Uh,
like
and-
a couple hours to whittle the end of it down to fit it back on and everything.
I try to make it as close to the one that broke. Right? And I put that fucker back where it was.
And walk away.
And
I'm
walk
just-
away. That's
That's
it.
my good deed for the day. I fucked it all up already.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna touch shit anymore.
Snags
And-
can fix it too if you want. He has
And I'm
mending.
assuming in this couple days that Krez is in Neverwinter just living it up.
Yeah, he's getting all the STDs. Alright?
Then by
Twice.
the way,
Yeah, he's getting dragon gongoria.
That's a disease and poison are different things, Chris. Different things.
nope, immune to it. I'm good.
I'm immune to it. He just ignores it. You're immune to anything if
my
you have the power of
God, that's
denial on your
awful.
side.
Yep. Why am I burning down there? I'm resistant to fire.
Hey, it just
Am I
dropped
losing my
off.
resistance?
Motherfucker.
Hey, it dropped off and crawled away. What the fuck?
It just exploded. I don't understand what happened. All right, so yeah, it takes you a couple days. On the end of that second day, Travis and Mrs. Green, Thummy, show back up. That's good to see you. And Maleficent went with them, I will say that too. Took the simulacrum with too. Once they get pretty close to the house, Maleficent turns back into a dragon and flies over. You guys spend the rest of the day together. Same like you did when you first got there. Lots of food, pastries from Snags himself. And just another peaceful night. At this point, how many hours of reading do you think you've gotten, Helena?
No, that would the 2
Oh, that
days
would
will
finish it?
complete me. Yeah, so
To go to Google, not fucking Copilot. I don't even know what that does. I don't know. All I know is it's on my computer, and every time I take away like the little tag at the bottom, I'll update my computer and it'll just come back. So I don't know
That
what it
sounds
is.
like a malware.
Yeah, that's what I feel like, but I'm just like, the only things I've downloaded on this computer are fucking RuneScape, so I don't understand how.
I
so
bought a nice, awesome computer 3 years ago.
Helena,
I have
it's got-
not touched it for like almost a year.
all right. So
You got a
when
nice
you get a
desktop.
chance, Nick, just figure out what the two you want it to be, because that's up to you. And what's that?
So, did you also read the benefits of this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so at the end of you reading this book,
It's permanent, and I can do the one thing as a bonus action, but haven't done it yet, so we're just gonna let that be a thing.
and it says here, you must, quote unquote, strive to do good. If you fail to perform at least one act of kindness or generosity within the span of 10 days, or if you willingly perform an evil act, you lose all the benefits granted by this book.
Yep.
Gainful book or something?
It's the book of Exalted Deeds.
Exalted Deeds. It's for
Oh, okay.
paladins, basically. It's like something all paladins should absolutely get at some point in their lives because it's fucking
Almost like-
badass.
This is like the equivalent of reading the entire J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings series. Back to back to back.
So,
No, just
what-
the
what I-
simulacrum.
Just the simulacrum, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
she
never read that,
pisses
so
me
I don't
off.
know.
I just put.
It's dry as fuck.
all the histories.
All I know is that every time I've tried to read The Lord of the
It's
Rings, I've gotten
just-
past Tom Bombadil, and I'm just like, I hate this book. I don't want to read it anymore.
Dude, so here's the
That was the
thing. I
first-
fucking hate Tom Bombadil. I will be the first to say it, and I don't give a shit what all of like the little nerd boys say about it. Skip to the Mines of Moria. You'll be able to get through so much faster. I promise. It's okay.
Right.
You're allowed. I'm giving you permission to skip to the Mines of Moria and just go from there.
That was the
read
first series I
all
ever
the
read when I was a
books.
kid.
That's awesome.
Right,
And then I went
and
into Forgotten Realms and Dragonlance.
I always went back
Huge
to
book
reading
one.
the Mines of Mordor. Right,
Yeah.
afterwards. I had to read all the books at least, though.
I could not get past Tom Bombadil for years. I was like, this guy's a fucking tool. And then I would just stop reading. And then finally I just skipped him because I was like, I give myself permission to skip. And it was so much better.
OCD won't let me do that.
No, I promise you, I'm giving you 100% permission to skip to the Mines of Moria.
I said, remember all those books they used to issue you in summer, right? You had to do damn book reports on.
Summer reading lists?
Oh wow, these are really like my choice. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, those 4 are your choice. So you get to decide, and it doesn't necessarily have to be anything that Helena would have wanted. It's just DM's choice.
Well, guys, this is the end of the session. I will let you know that.
Oh God.
Thank you for throwing an entirety of a fucking loop. I had no idea that the maze engine was gonna literally blink one of you guys to a different realm.
Sorry, guys. I was like, oh shit, peace out. The thing I can do to other people is something that can be done to me. It felt fair.
That is true.